Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Braveheart. 88.7 FM, Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, the small station with the big mouth. We're fiddling around with, you might just be able to get away with pivoting it.
Right?
That's what I'm doing.
Right? Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
That'll satisfy. For the time being, yeah. Okay.
Are you okay with where you are?
I'm not going to be looking at all that much. It's more for the people on the webcam, on the Ustream. Let's see. Okay, once again, sit as if you were just going to be.
I am.
Okay.
Right now.
Turn your head. Okay, that cuts you and me off both about the same. The only other thing that could be done would be to push the camera back and to get a little more of a field of view. And I don't know if that's going to be doing anything or not.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Okay.
We're working on it, folks. We're
Just
working on
now, there's nice shadow on Mike and or nice shade on Mike and nice shade on me, but you are still getting.
I'm a bit washed out because I'm right under the
Yeah,
light.
you're getting beamed out by the light. Beam them up, Scotty.
You know, I never realized it, but when I have a wad of chew in my mouth, it makes me look like I've had a stroke.
Dude, anybody who puts a wad of chew in their mouth, that's what they look like, okay? You just haven't noticed.
I haven't noticed it before.
Well,
Okay,
never
that's
seen
because you
himself on
chew.
camera.
Yeah.
You've never seen himself on
Well,
camera.
that's it. It goes along the same theory that I've never seen what I look like when I'm pissed, but everybody else seems to have. And they compare notes.
Yeah.
People who've just met each other for the first time and compare notes, they can start to describe it and immediately say, "I know exactly what you're talking about." Really? Okay. I didn't know it was like that.
There is just
It
a
scared the shit out of people, and I don't know why.
there is just a certain look that comes over your face. And it does. I mean, it does.
Okay, Bobby says it looks good where we have the camera now.
Okay, let's.
Thank you, Bobby.
Let's stick with that then. Okay.
And we do gotta at some point
Yeah.
we do gotta say hi to
Well,
somebody.
we got to do all that, but okay.
At some point.
Not gonna be able to read this with these on, so those are gonna sit there. Okay, folks. Once again, live radio. It's just the way it is. We're still working on ironing some bugs out. The camera that we thought for our for the Ustream, that's not bad at all.
Now it's not. When it sits back far enough,
Yeah.
it looks kind of decent actually. And it's a sharper picture. It's
That's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
It's a much sharper picture, so we'll go with that. Your biggest gripe is still going to be processing power. It's just not fast enough.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can do about that.
Yeah, I had to wait almost 5 minutes for that computer to start up tonight, and it pissed me off to no end.
Then you understand what I've been dealing with my computer at home.
Oh yeah.
Do
I know.
anything.
I know.
And I don't understand it. I don't understand because I was using it last week, no problem. If I didn't know it was going to be this much of a bitch, I would have brought my laptop home with me.
Yeah.
But I can't get anything accomplished. I can't even get into to remove programs.
It might be time for a full format and reinstall of everything.
I'm not quite sure how much of that I can do myself.
Uh,
I've done it on older computers, but it's been years.
yeah, we'll get you fixed up sooner or later.
Okay. Yeah, we got.
Hell, I've got a key to your apartment. I can go get it anytime I want.
Well, this is true. This is true. You still got a key to the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Do you have a copy of the motorcycle's insurance?
And I just
I
gave you
might.
the key to my heart.
All right. TMI! You're an asshole. But we know this.
Yes.
All right. I've killed 10 minutes into the program here. Well, I got
I
in
worked
late.
hard
anyway.
trying to establish that fact, and I'm an asshole.
Asshole's a big family. There's a lot of us out there. Brother, cousin, how you doing?
Hi.
Kick ass, brother. And asshole.
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 Hi, asshole. My name's asshole.
How many assholes do we have here anyway? Yo!
Hey!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by
Wah!
Anyhow, first this.
Lexi is probably trying to talk to us right now.
I did.
Jeez, Daryl! Did you enjoy the taste at all? Here, have another.
Thank you.
I'll just go get myself another one.
I fully intended on drinking both of those when you brought them over, pal. It's been a rough week, and we'll talk about that here in just a minute. I am your host, Michael Wagner. Be with you here for the next 3 hours here on our Saturday. It is December 14th. Yeah. Year of our Lord 2013. And disgustingly as it might seem, we're only 1 week away from the first day of winter.
And, yeah,
So much for global
Yeah,
And speaking of that, I just saw an announcement today about Al Gore and his 5 years prediction. 5 years ago, he predicted by this time of the year, the polar ice cap would be completely melted.
And, oh my god. The polar bears! The polar bears! The polar bears! Okay, anyway.
that can swim.
They are known as an aquatic mammal.
Duh!
Seriously, look it up. If you don't understand,
But you know he's wrong because Florida is still out of the water, still above sea level.
not for lack of trying. Anyway, sitting across from me as always is my friend, brother, and partner in all things, Mr. the founder of Braveheart Radio, Mr. Harold Sevick. He's in the house here and has been out killing many and various things.
Oh, it feels good.
Did you fill the 4th tag?
Yeah,
You did!
yeah.
Kick ass! All right. You didn't tell me about that one. We'll talk about that in a minute. And sitting to the left is one might expect is comrade political officer, my friend, brother, and the tech guru with the computer tech guru.
Thank you.
Patriot John, Mr. John Weber.
Hi, how are ya?
That's him over there.
4th?
Yeah, which surprisingly enough, you get not just tonight, you get not just 1, not just 2, not 3, but yes, by God, 4 Stooges!
Oh!
We've got the 4th Stooge. Sandra Caruso is visiting via Skype. And unfortunately, if you're watching us via Ustream, you're not going to get to hear her.
Yeah.
So you might, if you're doing it by Ustream, you might want to switch over to the audio broadcast at Shoutcast.
On the Shoutcast server, the links to listen for various players are on the website.
Yeah. Go. Anyway, reset. Sandy's there.
Say hi, Sandra.
Hello?
There she is!
I
There
heard
she
her.
is!
I heard her.
I heard her. I knew she was there someplace. I see her name on the screen.
Yeah,
What's
but I
it?
heard her.
What's the weather like down there, Sandra? What's going on down your way?
Cold, snow, more snow.
Okay, so it's actually that far to the south. All right, I thought we were just dealing with it mostly up this way.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, we got it pretty good here.
Okay, it's been an interesting week, me fighting through it myself, so I know exactly.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could. I'm surprised that.
Areas of New York off of Ontario got 5 feet.
Yeah, I was watching the lake effect blasted over Buffalo, and yesterday when guy I drive for, he and our other driver, they have to go right through the teeth of that in order to get home. It's another 2 hours normally on dry roads from here to where they gotta be. And I pulled up short. I didn't get home until this afternoon. I pulled up short last night because I just been up since 5:30 yesterday morning. Didn't have a load. But I was parked because I caught my truck on fire. All right, let me backtrack and I'll explain.
But before we do that,
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, because we're gonna get into this is part of the opening rants here, so.
we've got to give the shout out,
Yes,
and she is watching us. So 1, 2,
3. Hi, Lexi! There she is. All right. Well, it's time for the opening rants here. This week has not been kind to my cold-blooded truck. I have determined this is a 3-season truck. It is not well, it may be a 3.5 now with the number of repairs we've made on it this week. I've been in the shop practically every day. Two maxis on the rear brakes on the trailer, 1 full brake job, maxi, shoes, brake drum, 1 complete wheel done on the tractor, 1 replaced air valve that constantly froze up, another replaced air valve for the PTO setup, and a replumb and a relocate because it was situated so air actuated. The PTO is so that I can put the bucket of my truck up and down. Well, the complete freaking retard that plumbed the air line into the bottom of the air tank that supplied it. Now, anybody knows anything about an air system? Water collects in the bottom of the air tank. That's what the tank does. It collects, and you have to drain them off every so often. So with the plumbing coming out the bottom, it sucks up every bit of moisture every time I use it, which means...
What an idiot.
Yeah, it freezes every damn time. Now, thawing it out generally is not a big deal. We found a workaround. You take a propane torch, go into there and heat the damn thing, thaws it out, thing will work. All right? It's stupid. It's a workaround. You know, improvise, adapt, overcome. Well, not when the wind chill is below zero. Because as soon as you thaw it out, that ice comes up into the tower where the valve is actuated, and it freezes up there, even inside the cab. So we had a 30-mile-per-hour crosswind when we were trying to unfrost this thing, and it wasn't happening.
Yep.
Managed to get the bucket up a foot. Okay, everything's working. Put it down.
All right, I said put it down.
Put the bucket down. You can put the bucket down anytime now. It ain't going. So now I've got the bucket about a foot and a half up in the air, and it won't come back down. It can't run like that, obviously. Can't dump either because it ain't going back up. They put us in a hothouse. Baked the truck, the entire truck. For about roughly 5 hours, they let me have it at 80 degrees. Thawed everything out. Truck works beautiful. It's a sight to behold. Got everything undone. Rolling south. They canceled one load. I was gonna come home Thursday night. I get maybe a half hour away from the job site, and I'm looking out my rearview mirror, and it looks like I'm kicking salt dust up, because Michigan loves to dump the salt on the road. Well, salt dust isn't blue. Okay?
Whoopsie!
So I'm thinking, oh shite, I've done this before, haven't I? Yes. Pulled off about exit 15 on US Route 23 coming down on Michigan. And I get out there, and the brakes are just smoking to beat hell. I take 2 steps back to see just how bad it is, and the rear axle, both brakes ignite. So now I got a working fire.
Fire! Big fire!
Oh, shit. Now, the boss has said repeatedly, if it's burning, let it burn. But I had all my crap in the truck. No, I'm not letting, it would take me a half hour to move out of the apartment in order to let the fucker burn. So, anybody who's ever dealt with a brake fire on a big truck knows dry chemical doesn't do a damn thing except snuff it temporarily. The thing's built up enough heat, it's going to reignite.
Yeah, cool that, steel that.
You have to. Yeah, and I had no liquid on board except for a 6-pack of unsweetened iced tea in my cooler. So I grabbed two 18-ounce bottles apiece and dumped 2 bottles on each brake. And that iced tea works really great. Snuffed it, cooled the brakes down, the steam helped continue it, and okay, fine. Fire's out. Thank God. Didn't burn for all that long. Brake shoes are still in pretty decent shape. Alright, what am I gonna do? Let it cool down, and I limped it down the rest of the ramp. And there, I pulled off there because I know there's a small fuel stop there that I like to hang out at. Pulled in there, shut it down for the night, let the brakes cool down, and air the smell of burnt brake out of my truck.
I know, that's nasty.
There's no getting rid of it. That's worse than stale cigar smoke. In the morning, finished thawing the truck out. It was another damn valve that had, after all the thawing and everything, there was still some moisture in the lines, got back in there, froze up just enough to start.
Collapsing the
Yep.
brakes.
And it was just enough. It didn't lock them up tight.
But you were going down the road with them rubbing the whole time and getting hotter and hotter
Yep.
and hotter.
Yep, you know the drill.
Oh, yes, I do.
You've seen it before.
Never happened to me, but being an engineer in the fire department, yeah, we know we have not quite the working knowledge that you do of air brake systems,
Right.
but enough to know what to look for and what to do.
It sucks. So, got done with that. Got that particular valve fixed, and there's another valve on it that normally is the problem. It'll ice up. And we've heated it so many times. Damn plastic valve.
Oh, it's probably melted and deformed. by
Well,
now.
that one, at this time, it was, because it had started to leak. You could hear it. Ah, shit. Because the bosses heated it, caught it on fire. He's trying to slap it out. Blow it out. It ain't going out. I don't know what the hell's going on. And I just said, all right, get out of there. Old man didn't have enough wind to blow it out himself. The guy's in his 70s. God love him. He's still more spry than I am when it comes to climbing the side of the damn trailer. He's had a heart bypass like you have, that's why it scares the hell out of me when he does the crap he does. And when you do the crap you do, but we'll talk about that here in a minute.
Butt crap. I don't crap. I shit.
What was
Well,
your,
you're full of it. That's not a big surprise to me.
what was your Indian name from a few weeks ago?
Yeah, Chief Balnamoof. Yes.
Yes.
And we're expecting another visit from the chief in the not too distant future. The head of the western band of the Hakawi tribe. Chief
The
Balnamoof.
Fakawi tribe.
The Fakawi?
Yeah, we're the Fakawi.
We're Fakawi! Thank you. I couldn't remember how that gag went. Now we're gonna wait a couple weeks before we bring it up again. Because
I told you I was in a good mood. I killed a lot of stuff in a couple weeks.
But the butcher's bill for the week on the truck, like I said, two maxi cans on the trailer, the rear axle. Both of them were shot to hell. Let's see, one maxi drum, brake shoes, complete rebuild on one of the drive axles on the tractor. Replaced the one air valve that we melted several times. And a replace, replumb, and relocate on the PTO valve, because this was the one that kept icing up.
Because it came out of the bottom of the tank.
Oh, it was fucking stupid. I don't know who the guy was.
Who is a Pollock that did that?
The boss's son.
Uh,
Who is...
Who I'm sure is the salt of the earth. Great guy.
Hold on. No. Everybody knows that this guy is getting his mechanic's license through correspondence.
Okay.
Okay, do I need to say any more?
Nope.
And
No practical hands-on.
his graduation project is our trucks.
Oh God, they're never gonna run again.
Surprisingly enough, he does have enough natural ability that he gets away with it. But he doesn't work on mine anymore. There's a reason. I park mine...
He sucks.
No. I parked mine here in Pennsylvania, right over in Espyville. They take theirs home with them to New York State, where Junior, as we call him, gets to work on the trucks. My truck gets put together by professionals. My tires, all my repairs get done out here on the highway in a shop, which is why my truck right now is the best running out of the bunch. The boss's truck has enough issues that I would have set fire to it. But because he's an older guy who's been doing this since God was a mess cook, knows every workaround, every idiosyncrasy, every place to thump on it to get it to work again. And it's become second nature to him. This is just how his truck works. If the dash lights go out, thump, they're back on again. Keeps on driving.
I had a fire truck like that. I have a related story.
Okay, hold on to that. We're going to get away from the automotive and the trucking and all that with one more caveat before I'm done. Tonight's public service announcement. I am not going to scream and yell because I don't want to blow up any more equipment than we already have. Tonight's public service announcement, courtesy of Braveheart Radio, is very simple. If you're using your windshield wipers, use your headlights.
There is a law in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and well, this broadcast is going out to more than just PA, and I've seen it. I don't know what it is, but the prevailing attitude seems to be, I can see just fine. It's not about you. It's about everybody else who doesn't know where you are. So the kind of snow we got right now,
especially a white car in white snow.
what's even worse, when it's raining, a gray minivan on concrete with road spray coming up. That thing might as well be a ninja, because I can't find it anymore. And when I go to make a lane change, all of a sudden, beep! What, who, what, where, when, how? And there's dumbass in minivan with all over 650,000 kids flipping me off as they go by. And I've always thought, I could really thin out the national budget and the welfare thereof with one trailer slap, and nobody would never know, because you didn't have your lights on and no one would see you go into the ditch. I'm
Yeah,
not better.
but some bean counter would know because something happened to this family because they're not collecting their welfare benefits. What happened?
Yeah, why haven't they
Yeah,
spent their monthly allotment?
I need to find out where they live and start collecting the checks in absentia. Anyhow. No, especially with the type of snow we've got right now, it's not the big fluffy flakes. It's the very thin, light, constant buildup type, right?
Yep.
And it acts almost like fog.
Hmm?
But people seem to think, oh, it's daylight, I can see just fine, And they don't seem to have a problem with this. I can't see you. And in good weather, it takes a tractor trailer a lot of room to maneuver when somebody does something breathtakingly stupid. So if I don't see you, you're going to become a statistic. And I really don't feel like filling out paperwork for the next 35,000 years because you're stupid. But again, I'm not bitter. So, once again, if you use your wipers, use your headlights. If you have any doubt, use your headlights. You're not burning it up. You're not wasting money by running them. Turn them on. It's one of the reasons why they invented the daytime running lights. Because people are too lazy to turn them on themselves. All right. Chief Follow Move. You were out to participate in the annual deployment of the Pennsylvania Unorganized Militia, in the live fire exercises thereof, and your count apparently is up to 4.
Yep.
Mm.
I am scoring 100% per shot per kill.
Really?
4 shots, 4 kills.
Oh boy.
Yes. 3 of the 4.
That tasted good.
3 of the 4
A
were.
little vanilla. Not sure where that came from. Worry about that later. Anyway, have at it.
3 of the 4 were all hard shots.
Why wasn't the 4th? Come on, man, you're slipping.
Quartering away, possibly?
No,
that's not
Have to
good.
fire one right
No,
up
what
the
it-
anus in order to hit the heart.
Instead of standing there with his head up, it put its head down. So
It
instead
was saying
of,
a prayer because it knew it was dead meat.
yes.
I am a cruel heartless
I went
man.
out. The first one I got was when I went out for Senior Citizen Day. I went out and I got smoked one shot, 1 kill. That was the Comedy of Errors, if you remember me telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to make the shot even after having your hunting partner beat you in the head with several pieces of buildings. Not bad, not bad.
And then the first day of deer season, that was a short hunt. 8 o'clock first shot, 8:28 second shot, 8:30 third shot. All from the same spot. 20 or 50 yards, 90 yards, 120 yards. All lined up in a row.
They were cooperative this year.
That is deer in a row.
They took turns.
They must have been depressed or some shit. They were, I can't take it anymore, man. All right.
And it just goes to prove that Rule 308 works well.
I love Rule 308. All right, so you're basically filling the freezer.
Yeah, it's with the 4 that I got and the 2 that my son got.
Meat.
It might be
Meat,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Meat.
I got Lexi trained to say that now.
So,
Meat.
and boy, do I feel good. Molly. A lot of
This
frustration.
little girl has no chance of being a lady at all around you.
No, not when last night we were all kind of just cuddled up in bed, and somebody other than me, in her terms,
Blue ass.
blew ass, and I asked who did it, and her hand shot straight up and said, "I did.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
That's my girl."
if you give birth to something, claim it.
Jesus Christ.
And she claimed that shit, boy. That's
Literally.
I'm so proud. That's my girl.
Well, on the lines of, not necessarily on the lines of flatulence here.
What's the matter, Mike?
My son was sitting on the
That
floor.
poor child. Oh my God. God.
My son was sitting on the floor playing with the puzzle with my 4.5-year-old granddaughter, about the same age as Lexi. And the puzzle was a picture of a lion, and in the picture was a stump. And she was pointing out, naming the different things that were there. And my son says to her, yeah, and the lion poops on the stump. And she started to giggle, and then she got this real serious look, and looked over at him and says, yeah, and the lion's peeing the chipmunk holes.
You're off camera. You gotta.
I don't. I'm trying to hide.
He couldn't believe the shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to express my deep, deep sympathy to new listeners tonight.
We're changing civilization here.
We're degrading as we speak. Also, the end of the world. Yes, it is. The best of show. Please send in your requests. Otherwise, it's going to be this kind of stuff. The entire show is going to be nothing but fart jokes. All right.
Now,
These guys find it endlessly amusing.
especially when we draw you in,
Yeah.
and we've done that a few times.
Fuck up.
Well, we can throw that hook out there,
All right.
and he just chomps on it like it was
All right.
shrimp.
So you didn't distress yourself too much this time around.
Oh, I relieved a lot of stress.
Well, every time you head for the woods, you worry apart. That's just the way it is.
Oh, well, the first day,
There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Every time you head out someplace.
first 2
worry.
days I had heat.
Mhm.
Okay. This one, somebody left the valve on the last time they were in this shed, and this morning when I was out, there was no heat. And I stayed about 6 hours, and I said, okay, I gotta call it quits. I couldn't take it no more.
But even in your condition, you can hang out in lousy weather for 6 hours waiting for a deer to roll on by.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Feds,
Yum, yum, eat 'em up.
Be afraid.
Take the hint.
Yeah, be
All
afraid.
right. You may eventually waste us wholesale, but we are going to thin your ranks considerably.
Like I always say, before I get into a fight, I may lose, but I'm going to do some damage.
That's exactly right. Anything else with your week?
Yeah, I got some good news from the VA. After I bought new glasses, they upgraded the grading system for the veterans.
Okay.
They made some improvements. I'm in category 5 priority. I am now eligible for free glasses or at the least with a substantial
Too little.
discount. But it was a little too late because I'd already just spent $400 for new ones.
My question to you, sir, is there any way you can file a form and get that money?
No, but I could go to the eye doctor and get a copy of the prescription and get another pair of glasses.
You've only got the one? How tough are you on glasses?
He's got to think about it.
How tough am I on them?
Yeah.
They usually last 3 to 5 years.
He's pretty gentle on you.
Well, yeah, considering you should get new ones every 2.
Well, it doesn't mean I don't get my eyes.
Oh, hell, I don't even do that. I don't get my eyes checked but every 7.
Usually I get new frames when I wear the other ones out, which is usually about 5 years.
Okay.
I'm going on Monday.
How many fingers do you see?
I don't know.
You're okay, you pass.
Okay.
So,
My arm's not long enough. I can't.
so they did tell me
These
though.
four.
They did tell me though that I could get a pair of prescription sunglasses from them. And
With the bottle of scotch to go
yes,
with.
yes.
Uh,
Other than that, things have been pretty good, pretty calm. Except the damn radio equipment.
and we'll talk about that in detail here in just a couple of minutes. Johan, your turn.
Gonna get my truck back next week
Is it going to run
with a new engine.
with a new engine?
Okay. How did you pull
Not
this one off?
exactly new engine. It's
Still in all.
Yeah.
How'd you manage to pull this one off? I didn't know you'd managed to get that far into the process.
well, he took it into the garage Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and he called me and he said, "You need to see this." So I got there Tuesday after work, and he had taken the oil pan off and there were chunks of aluminum,
Not just shavings.
not shavings, chunks.
This thing committed suicide in a massive way.
Yeah. And the oil pickup had been previously messed with. There's
Oh, no shit.
there's a screen, a filter screen
Yeah.
that covers the pickup tube,
Mhm.
and there was I can't really describe it, but there was parts there. It was peeled back. The housing of the pickup screen that it sits in was peeled back. Nothing but human hands could do this.
Indeed.
Okay, and there was a hole in the screen about the diameter of a cigarette.
Oh.
The motor's toast.
Yeah, no doubt. That almost sounds like sabotage.
Well,
Almost.
just to give you an idea, I bought the truck used.
Hmm.
Okay, the previous owner, in what I can only surmise was an effort to lift the truck, put air shocks on the front axle,
Okay.
upside down.
Yeah.
So, nothing surprises me.
Okay.
Um,
How big of a bite is this going to take out of you?
Well, the original maximum amount was $2,850.
Right.
That includes the cost of the motor, the labor to put it in, and any parts that he might have to buy.
Okay.
All right. Now, given the fact that I'm spending this money, the motor itself was $1,850.
Gotcha.
It's out of an 03, same year. It's got 75,000 miles on it,
It's barely a break-in for those engines.
and I get the standard warranty from this yard that he gets his stuff from is 30 days. He got them to give me 4 months of the
Nice.
warranty.
Nice.
Okay. I told him, and I made up my mind that if I'm going to put an engine in this thing, I'm keeping the truck. If it was simply a matter of a clogged pickup tube or having to change out the oil pump, as soon as he dropped it off the rack, I was going to a dealer and getting rid of it. Okay. Not now, because I'm having to put forth this much money. So I'm going to keep it. On top of everything, on top of the engine and the labor and any parts he needs, I'm having a full service done on the transmission.
Smart move.
I'm having basically a complete tune-up, brand new spark plugs, everything that a tune-up would entail for that engine is getting done.
Good.
I expect the bill to be a good bit over $3,000 when it's all said and done.
Did he, was he able to tell you where the chunks of aluminum came from?
No, not without a teardown. Now, here's the thing, and I found this out through him and verified it through other sources. This is a Dodge 4.7 liter V8 engine.
Okay.
The entire engine, save for the crankshaft, camshafts, cylinder liners, valves and all that, the block and the heads, let's just say,
Yeah.
is aluminum.
Right.
Okay. It has 2 camshafts, one on each spank, that ride in the heads. In the aluminum heads, no bearings.
How does that work?
Pretty good for a little while. Ford did the same thing with their 5.4 liter engines until they realized that it doesn't work too well for a long period of time. They started putting bearings in, cam bearings.
Engineered obsolescence?
That's kind of what it looks like. That is kind of what, which goes back to when I took
That's just evil.
it is evil. when I took it to this mechanic, the second mechanic who's doing the work for me, when he said, as soon as you run out of oil pressure, the motor's toast, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I didn't want to
That's
believe it.
because you're thinking bearings.
Yeah,
There aren't any.
there aren't any.
As soon as you run out of oil pressure, you're toast.
There are crank bearings, but there are no cam bearings.
Right.
In the heads. And to answer your question,
Welcome to Car Talk, and Pretty Boy Radio.
without a complete teardown, there's no telling. Hell, the pieces in the oil pan could be parts of the oil pump itself. I don't know.
Well, that, or there's always a possibility that when they were doing the mill work on the engine to mill out whatever they had to mill out and all that kind of stuff, they may not have got all the chips out of it or chunks out of it.
Well-
Could have been there from the get-go.
Yeah, as I said,
Or it could just be because of the no bearings in the camshafts, it blew some chunks of the engine block off.
as I said, nothing surprises me now. I mean, seeing,
But bottom line is, you're getting your truck back.
I am going to get my truck back. The last time I talked to him was if the weather was crappy this weekend, as it is,
Yeah.
he's going to spend the weekend putting my engine in. So I could,
So the Subi is going to be going bye-bye here probably by the end of the week.
well, you notice I didn't drive it tonight.
I was kind of surprised by that. You got the Bobby Mobile.
Yeah, I've got the Bobby Mobile because it's got better tires.
Ha ha ha.
The Bobby Mobile has all-terrain off-road tires on it. The Subaru has all-season donuts.
Not in this mess.
Not in this mess.
No, this is a wet snow that as soon as you step on it turns to ice.
And as I got here with absolutely no issues whatsoever. Granted, I made the entire trip in four-wheel drive.
Hey, mine's in four-wheel. I had to leave the parking lot in order to do it, so I get you. That's why I love Jeeps.
Yeah, mine's in four-wheel right now because I come back from the woods today and then I told Mother when we go to church tomorrow, it looks like it's four-wheel drive.
No doubt. That's the only way you're going to get there. You're not getting out of your parking lot and get into your driveway. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, we got one more stooge to talk to. Sandra, this is the opening rant, babe. What's been going on with your world?
Well, I'm making brownies.
Far out. Those kind.
Yeah, all right.
Brownies, I have no idea why I'm making them.
Well, you're gonna ship them up here.
Do you
aren't
need an excuse?
No, it's fun, so I'm enjoying it and listening to you guys, so.
You don't need an excuse to make brownies.
What's been going on? Basically, trying to get some paperwork together to purchase a new Jeep, probably a Jeep.
Have you found one that you're happy with? Because I know the last time I saw you on Twitter, you were lamenting the sorry state of the modern Jeep.
Yeah, they're not the same.
No, they're not.
They're like having an identity crisis. They're somewhere in between, you know, a Wrangler and an SUV.
It's a Momobile. It's a grocery getter
And
now.
the four-door ones, it screams soccer mom.
Yes, it does.
Because I have a Jeep Wrangler and
I
just don't get it.
I have seen Jeeps being driven by women. Jeeps of all kinds, Wranglers, Cherokees,
Sure.
whatever. And especially the Liberty, the Jeep Liberty.
Well, see, that's a
with
different animal
stickers.
altogether. That is once again, going to what Sandra was saying, definitely an identity crisis here.
Yeah.
That's not a Jeep. Sandra, have you seen the new Cherokees now that they've been out on the market?
I just saw the ones that they had on the lot. I didn't even go and look at them. I know my brother just purchased a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Okay, the Grand Cherokee is a different animal. The Grand Cherokee is the big dog. That they're calling that just the Laredo now. But this is just the plain Cherokee.
I know which one you're talking about. I was like, what the hell is that?
That's not a Cherokee. A Cherokee is boxy. It is competent. You can take it somewhere. You put a scratch in it, no big hairy deal. Primer covers up a multitude of sins. It'll go any place a Wrangler can go, but it'll carry more stuff. That you can put swampers on this thing and go where you want to. I can't do that with the new Cherokee. It's a mom-mobile.
Yeah, the Jeeps that I've seen being driven by women all have stickers on them that say "silly boys." Jeeps are for girls.
Oh, God.
Puke-inducing, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, the sissifying of America has finally broke into the Jeeps. My God, are we slipping?
That's it, and this is why Sandra is such a part of the program here. She's serious. She's a total chick, but she shoots. She drives Jeeps. She kicks ass and takes names. I love this about this girl. It just,
She smokes.
she smokes cigars. Kick ass. Of course, she has to watch the one she smoked because some tend to give her a bit of a buzz.
Yes.
But at least when you understand, we don't have to explain the whole thing. You get it instinctively. That ain't a freaking Jeep. A Jeep is automatic nothing, go anywhere, maybe put some upgrade tunes in it, but the whole idea behind a Jeep is a utility vehicle. You can trash around in this thing with it, hose it off, and you can go out for a nice dinner someplace.
Drive over railroad trestles and not worry.
We ain't talking about that, you silly son of a bitch. This guy scared me the first. God. He's one that. I'm almost speechless. It's ridiculous. It still freaks me out thinking about what you did. We were on a back road trail with Daryl's old Wrangler. I bought it off him afterwards. But we're coming up on an old railroad trestle. And he ain't stopping. And I'm thinking, no, you ain't. Oh, yes, he was. So, dude, we ain't got enough room. Sure we do. And you need a crowbar to pry my sphincter off that seat cushion. Because,
Sucked it right up.
Oh boy! I wanted to make sure that I wasn't letting go of that damn vehicle. I look over the side and I see nothing but water.
Yeah, they're
And air, and lots of air.
Yeah, the best part was there was no guardrails or
Nope.
side on it.
Not a single brick, you silly son of a
And the
bitch.
space between the ties was about 8 inches, you know. This. Yeah.
But a Jeep will go through there. A Humvee cannot
Ain't gonna
follow
do
you
it.
there.
Mm.
Which is what he was trying to impress upon me. A Wrangler will go places that even your most able military vehicle ain't going to be able to follow.
Because it's small enough.
Exactly. Which is why,
It's got about a 2-foot wheelbase.
even though I've got a 98 Grand Cherokee Laredo out there, and that thing, I will paint it camouflage and beat the hell out of it. I don't care. It'll go wherever I want
That
to.
might be happening to my truck now.
No doubt. But, Sandra, you're absolutely right. I don't know when the change happened, but
This sex change stuff has just gone too far.
My Jeep I have now is a 2000, and whenever I first started looking at Jeeps back in the late 90s, I called my Jeep a sissy Jeep. So I think it kind of changed right around then. Granted, there's still technically Jeeps. I mean, there's nothing automatic on mine at all.
right, well, and that's the way they're supposed to be.
Right, you could still do all the modifications you want to them. These new ones now, the salesman's taken me through the lot. They had 1 million of the 4 doors, which I don't want.
No.
And I'm looking at these ones that are upwards of 40 grand because they have some dragon decal on the side.
I've seen those.
You go in, and it's leather seats with the dragon decal stitched into the headrest.
That's a little too country club for me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's just too much. And he's like, oh, I really like this dragon. I'm like, you're a douche. I'm like,
I love this girl.
I don't like this. Why would- and I'm like, you're a guy. Like, this is just not.
It's so metrosexual.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what-
he doesn't seem to be the type. I actually know the guy. I used to work with him back in the day. But, hey, you never know. Things change.
He's playing for the other team now, son of a bitch.
He's gone from AC to DC.
I got entirely too much and I gotta leave it all alone. I can't say a damn thing. So what's, okay, you're saying you're hopefully looking to buy a Jeep. Did you find one that fits the bill?
Yes. it's a base model. They would have to do a dealer trade, because of course they didn't have it on the lot.
No.
Nobody wants what I want, and that's crank windows, a stick shift, 2 doors. I said, I want nothing.
That's a Jeep!
That's a Jeep!
Yeah, I want the doors to come off when I want them to come off.
Just sitting there with crank windows and 2 doors and stick shifts. They had one stick shift left. It was the Dragon one, so I got caught test driving the Dragon down the road.
Okay, just out of curiosity, now, I know that it's got a bunch of crap that no true Jeep lover wants, but, how did it handle?
It handled great. They definitely, none of them now are none of them are 4 cylinders now. They're all V6s.
As they should have been. Yeah, I had a 4-banger when I had mine, and it would get the job done, but I always wanted a little bit more power for a long trip.
Right. Well, mine's a 4, and about a year after I bought it brand new. About a year after I bought it, I was regretting it.
Yeah.
But it held up. It's 13 years old, 188,000 miles plus.
That's it.
Now, I did have the engine rebuilt once, so that's probably why it's lasted this long.
Well, that's kind of surprising. Generally, Jeep engines hold up like iron.
Right, not the 4 cylinders though.
Well, this is true. This is true.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna, with this snow today, and I drove down the road to go to the store, and I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I was watching all the cars kind of like spin a little bit, struggling to get up the hill, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a Jeep Wrangler. Because considering the conditions of the roads around here,
Yeah.
especially, you know how it is.
Sure.
You guys especially know, it's like blizzard central up there. But
It makes for an interesting day.
it's nice to crank it in 4-wheel, and they are very, very good in the snow. So, I mean, I'm assuming the new ones are still, pretty much the same as far as 4-wheel drive goes. Probably some extra upgrades.
More than likely.
Yeah.
I'd
Gun turret on the top.
gun turret. You can't put a turret on a cloth top.
I don't want a damn Dragon on the side. Put a gun turret on the side.
Yes! Do I need to say anymore?
No!
Do I need to?
No!
You know why I love this chick?
Not said.
God bless America.
Now, one thing, I've gotten a tweet and a text. With the monitor on,
Yes.
she is coming over Ustream adequately.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay, we're not getting any feedback, and she's coming over clear enough.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, we now know what we have to do to make that work.
Yep.
Good deal.
And if necessary, we can even take the monitor and put it up there near where the microphone is, and make it even better.
I think the only problem we were ever having with the monitor and the microphone is proximity. That monitor used to sit right up here on the edge. It's been
Okay.
pushed back far enough that her voice coming across.
Okay, but remember, that microphone is going solely to Ustream. It's not looping back through and going over the air. So we take that monitor radio and
Yes.
put it up there. We'll be able to turn the volume down a little bit so that there wouldn't be no feedback whatsoever.
Okay.
And
Still
what
won't be
we're
able to-
saying,
Yeah.
we'll go out over Ustream in real time.
And what she's saying will then pick up and go over.
Yeah. And we'll be able to still hear.
This is good. This is good. You know what that means, don't you, Sandra? We're just gonna have to have you on every week.
New Tom Tom.
Okay.
What do you know? Okay, you could have done this the whole time. We've missed you up here.
Well, see, what led to her appearance tonight,
Damn, anyhow.
what led to her appearance tonight
Mm.
is she was ranting on Twitter
Yes.
about pussies, okay?
It's what takers do best, right?
Pussies. And
What did it do, pussies?
Yeah.
I got you.
and she's going on, and I'm following what she's saying, and she's got some valid. She's got a legitimate bitch going on, okay?
She always does.
She always does, and I just tweeted back to her, am I sensing a need to come on the show tomorrow night and rant? And she replied with, possibly, text me. And the rest is history. Here she is.
Absolutely. And like when you were up here the last time, if you have something specific that you want to bring up, do not wait. Let us know about it, and we will carve the time out, whatever time you need, because we're making it up as we go along. We may have a few stories that we haven't even had taken a look at the stack of stuff Daryl brought in yet. So we're just flying strictly by wire.
And we've got some good stuff in the mailbag, too.
Okay, and we got maybe about 5 minutes before we got to take a break. So, ETA on you getting a new Jeep, because once you get it, you will have absolutely no excuse whatsoever
I knew that was
to
coming.
not make the trip up. I've told you many a time, I will come get you, but you didn't want to do that. Now, you will have a fully functional vehicle, and you need to bring yourself up here.
Well, that'll definitely happen. I mean, once I get a new vehicle, I'm gonna start cruising again like I used to.
Okay.
That's not the problem. It's just, getting a few loose ends tied up. Nothing major.
I got you.
But I'm guessing if it doesn't happen this month, it's definitely happening in January.
Okay.
Sweet.
Because my Jeep now, the four-wheel drive worked great today, but it sounded like the back end was gonna rip off.
I know the drill. You get to a point where
Nice.
you have to decide whether to dump the money into completely rebuilding the thing, or you just gotta let it go. And that's kind of what happened with the Jeep, definitely. With the Jeep that I bought off of Daryl. I wanted to hold on to it as long as I could for a number of reasons. One,
Hell of a paint job.
well, hand-done camo. In fact, I think I still got the pictures of it someplace. I'll be pulling them up here. But it did everything I wanted it to do, plus it had a lot of sentimental value, especially while you were in the POW camp. I did not want to get rid of that damn thing. And it came a point, older Jeeps have cancer of the sheet metal from the time they're built. And there's certain places on it where they rot out. And there was just, the older ones, you could buy a new tub and rebuild them. You can't do that with the ones that are, a little further on. And I tried every option I could, and I could not save my old Wrangler. But I did stick with the Jeep brand, just because it'll do everything I want it to do.
Well,
I'm still gonna have to resort to maybe 10-year-old vehicles, because they have absolutely pussified the Jeep brand, and I gotta believe the government's had
If
something to
people
do with
knew
that.
just exactly where that Jeep had been driven and what it had been driven through.
No doubt.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We gotta take a little bit of a break here. We're at the top of the top of it here, so we gotta take a little bit of a break and regroup. Folks, you're listening to Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM. We'll be back after a short break.
It's off. I turned it off when I went out. We need to,
Yeah, turn that down.
unfortunately, YouTube sucks ass, but
Yes, they do.
let's,
Good one.
my thoughts. Let's really hit some hard news in the next
We
2
do
hours.
need to do some
Because-
because we've been bullshitting a lot lately.
Because I've got some stuff related to Obamacare that is gonna, if not grind your nerves into
Well,
the ground, it's
I've-
gonna stand on them and
I've
twist.
been listening to quite a bit of it this week, so I'm not participating anyway, so I really don't care. But I get you.
I'm ready to commit murder and mayhem, and I'm not necessarily sure which order.
Did you see, are you able to listen, or do I need to shut up?
Just let me pick out the music here. Kai, really not up for you tonight. I need something a little tougher.
Ooh, an opening with Metallica was a good.
That wasn't bad. I think we're going to go with Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep that. I may finish the last part with Man of War. We're just going to, it's a complete attitude night. What do you got?
What the hell was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Fuck.
No, that wasn't it.
I hate it when that happens.
Ghosts.
Oh, I didn't like it.
Oh, solo mio.
Oh, solo you oh.
It's done snowing for now.
For now.
Well, actually, the snow up here was supposed to stop right around midnight.
Yeah.
So, love the
I
fact
forgot what
love
the fuck I was
love the
gonna
fact that
say.
Sandra's on board tonight. Love the fact she's on board tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Are they still hearing this on?
Yeah, they can still hear us.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Wave like a queen, like a, yeah, like the soccer ball queen and,
Miss America.
yeah.
Balls.
Fuck was I gonna say?
Think hard.
Harder.
Smoke.
I need some ice.
Wait a minute. Where's that cooling fluid? We need to cool his brain down.
I cannot
I have
wait.
not done. I've never done this on the air.
Or.
Or.
I cannot wait to get my truck back. It's like, it's gonna be like Christmas. It's gonna be a Christmas present.
home for Christmas.
Oh, hey. I was doing some checking on stuff.
Okay.
Okay, for the
Various and sundry things.
And I found an FM transmitter, or an AM transmitter, and a TV transmitter, all for less than $100 a piece.
Holy shit. Yeah. This is bad enough. Right there, buddy.
9 nicks yet, no way, no dice, no motherfucking how.
Fuck off!
Holy snapping assholes, Batman. This guy will be completely bald, gray, and decrepit by the time we hook everything up.
I told you. I'm not doing anymore. Running what I do on the technical end of things is enough.
We'd have to hire a producer.
It's too much.
We'd have to hire a producer. That's the only way that would work. Yes! That's the Braveheart Radio Mobile Unit! Oh, yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
You're not going to get a good look at it.
Oh, no.
I'll retweet it.
Oh, yeah, please.
Now,
please.
Jack also.
Jack!
Jack also had another picture. When I put out on Twitter that the squirrel cam was up and running
Yes.
pre-show.
Yes. Son of a bitch, that's beautiful!
Isn't it?
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's beautiful! Jack, you are the shit!
Can't spell squirrel, but and that pisses him off.
Doesn't piss me off, it pisses me off that I missed it. I was so in awe of the picture.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
I didn't even look at the spelling. I just looked at the picture.
It's one of those, when you see it, you know it's, we don't care. Shit, Jack, get that finished. Redo the squirrel, and
That's going on the front page.
It's got to.
Oh yeah,
It's got to.
Oh yeah. Either that or it's going.
Turn that picture into a link to the Ustream Squirrel Cam.
I can do that, but the Ustream Squirrel Cam is on the front page of the website. Not the front page, not the with the squirrel militia.
Gotcha.
It's on the main page. Okay.
Tactical squirrels will greet you and guide you in
I can
insight.
put that picture right above the video display on the front page, on the main page. Sandra, it looks like Sandra has changed her mind. She wants that vehicle that Jack just put out.
Well, certainly. Are you kidding? How many machine guns are on top of that bitch?
It's too many to count.
There's no such thing as too many. Maybe too many to count? Yes, I'll give you that, but not too many.
That kicks it.
If you
Yeah, Jack, that's squirrel cam is going on the website.
If you can count, there's not enough.
Feeding them is going to be a problem.
If you can, Jack, if you would please, because we are professional broadcasters here.
Excuse me. Bullshit! Oh, God, allergy.
If you believe that,
I've been shoveling
I got
the
four-
bullshit all the live long day. We gotta work on it, we're getting very close.
Yeah.
And we're
Jack,
getting ready to go live.
if you could fix that up, please do.
And we're back.
boy, is that their mistake.
If you're not on Ustream during the breaks, you're missing it. You guys are missing it.
Yeah, it's, run a split screen on your computers when you're listening. When you do the audio normally off of a Shoutcast, but and the links thereof, but definitely do a split screen for the Ustream feed, because there's some really stupid shit that goes on.
Some of our
here.
best stuff happens during the breaks.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't happen during the program.
I don't either.
But once again, okay, we're back. You're listening to the second hour of Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM here in lovely Meadville, Pennsylvania, where it is currently 29 damn degrees outside.
It's actually not bad out.
No, it's not at all.
I can go out and
This
color the snow without a jacket.
this is comfortable.
It was a bit nipply out here this morning.
Just a tad bit.
It's a wee tit nipply.
And like I said, my truck do not like it when it gets. I'm not gonna get off on that truck again. I'm not in the truck. I'm done with the truck until Sunday night or Monday morning. Fuck the truck. I hope it burns down while it's parked. Wait a minute.
No, your shit's in there.
Laptop and at least 2 firearms.
Oh, no, that's
no,
not cool.
No.
I need to get those out. My truck gun, which is the, I don't give a shit who's listening. The stainless 357 I picked up with the bobbed hammer, so it doesn't snag on anything when I draw it out of the side pocket. And I have access to a long gun now in practically every place that I normally inhabit. Obviously at the house I've got the FAL hanging on the wall. In the Batmobile out there, I have the AK. The AR is in the overhead bin of the truck.
Nice.
Just in case. Just in case.
If you ever
never know.
if you ever get stopped by the police,
Popo
and he finds
has to
them-
have a warrant to search
Yeah.
in the back of the bunk.
But if he finds them, he'll probably ask, "Damn, son, what are you afraid of?" You say,
Not a damn thing.
"Not a damn thing."
Not even you.
Yep.
They don't like it when you do that. Although, like I said, most of the cops on the route that I run into, I've actually gotten to recognize most of them because I run the same route every damn day. And about once every 4 to 6 months, they just like to pull my truck over and inspect it just to be a dick.
No, I just want to have do some bonding with you.
Oh, if you weren't so far away, I'd kick you in the balls. Anyway, all right. Let's see here. We haven't done a PBS. John's giggling.
Jack tweeted he missed what we said. What we said about the squirrel. He said, "Damn commercials." Apparently, there's commercials right at the top there. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm just he
On
wanted
Ustream
me-
or Shoutcast?
I don't know.
Jack, if you're listening, definitely feed us some information on that. We'll find a way to work around it.
He said he just needed me to tweet to him what we needed done.
Spell check. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say, dude. I am no genius when it comes to it myself. Usually, I'll hit spell check. I'll be typing away. I write short stories. Okay. I've done enough reading that I can look at a word, not know what the correct spelling is, but know that ain't it.
Yeah.
And okay, that don't look right, so I'll go hunting for it. And I always screw up squirrel. I do it all the time. If I don't have it in something else that I've already done, I will have to look up the spelling. So, what do you got?
I
hear gears turning. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick sound check. Sandra, say something.
Something.
Yes! Booyah! Yes! She is truly the fourth stooge. I love it.
Now she's sitting back
Kick
there
ass.
pulling her hair out, trying to figure out what did I just do.
She knows. She had no presence of mind to know exactly what
She knows. Okay, just wanted to hear how you were coming over the monitor. Very good. Very good.
That just made my whole damn night. I'd be crying. Anyway, All right, that was beautiful. Okay,
Jack said sorry. Cleveland Public Schools.
oh, well, did you say anything more? No, it's all good, brother, it's all good.
It's not just Cleveland, it's everywhere.
Hey, well, yeah, but we are talking about the mistake by the lake.
Well, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Erie.
No, it is not! It is not! How many times have I spent half of my lifetime correcting him on that? Erie is not. Cleveland is the official mistake by the lake.
Okay.
All right, it's a bigger city, has a larger population.
We'll give them
And
that.
it's a home of fucking Browns.
We'll,
Okay, that's bad enough.
All
we'll
right.
give them that one, but Erie is still dreary Erie.
I got no problem with that. I totally agree with that. But Cleveland already had the title of mistake by the lake. Has had it since they set their river on fire. All right? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pollution was.
Tell me later.
Okay.
Tell me
For those who don't know, can't remember the year, but trying to remember, Cuyahoga?
Yeah, I think
Cuyahoga
that's the
River?
one, yeah.
Yeah, was so polluted it spontaneously combusted. Yeah, it was so bad that the thing caught fire on no ignition source. It had enough crap in it that it spontaneously combusted and burnt.
Methane
river.
gas.
Oh yeah, it was just unfreaking believable.
Wow.
And Cleveland holds that distinction. That's why it is the mistake by the lake. And every time somebody tries to give that title to Erie, I go kind of batshit crazy. But
No, really?
no, but I've been trying to he and I have been verbally fighting about that for years. And apparently it's still good for a laugh. Shit. I'm surprised I still react. I reacted badly because you started doing it.
Ah, okay.
And seeing as how I understand it from him, but now when I'm being tag team from another person that I have to fucking correct, no! God damn it, this, you shall not pass! Grass is green, sun is warm, beer is cold. Oh.
Just think though.
Words
that
are spelled correctly.
T-bone steak.
Just think though.
Exactly. All right.
Erie was part of New York State for. Why did we let them keep it?
No, they were smart. Unasked the area.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Otherwise we'd be having 7-round magazine limits right now.
No, that would be an Erie.
They would have that. They would have that on the books. I wouldn't be having anything to do with it.
Well, okay.
Fuck them and the horse they rode in.
No,
Oh, wait a minute. You're right.
The horse is cool. We like the horse.
Cool. We like the horse. I'm sorry. You had to bring that one up sometime during the show. All right.
I'm being weird and looking at the camera again.
Peace. Anyhow. Start flashing gang signs and shit like that.
Yeah, that looks better.
Dude, bunny ears. All right. I caught you when you were the.
Uh-oh. Shit! I left Mini-Me at home with
Feces!
Bobby.
Uh-oh. Bobby, put Mini-Me on the webcam.
How many rounds you got?
10,
And 7.
8.
8?
I get one off the pipe.
Okay.
I have 16.
Another 8.
Fuck! Alright, you win.
No. And another 10.
Uncle! I cry uncle!
I'll see your 16 and raise your 10. Damn, go fish. Okay.
Yeah, really.
Shit.
Alright, I lost this one.
Yeah, well, generally you're better armed than I am. What the hell?
Well, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
It's okay, brother. It's okay.
My 2 spare fat bastard mags
Yes.
are missing in action. They're somewhere, I believe, in the liberal black hole of the Subaru.
Ah! You will find them.
I will find them.
They will find their way home to you
Yes,
somehow.
yes.
Yes. Otherwise, we'll start posting things on the internet. Have you seen me?
But I thought I thought maybe I left them here. So the first thing I did when I got here was look. But then I realized I had them last week when we were at Applebee's.
Right, exactly.
So they got to be somewhere in.
Did a brief after-action debrief, and we did Applebee's last time around. I was in a mood for a steak.
Who was it that said get a T-bone or get the Bourbon Street? Was that
Jack.
Was that Jack?
That was Jack.
He got the Bourbon Street.
Yes.
I am. My new favorite sandwich since I started actually eating tomatoes is a BLT. I've been missing it for 46 years. I need to catch up. So I got it. I got their BLT, which is about, I don't know, that high.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big sandwich, and it's not all lettuce either.
Thank God for that.
So
I need to start learning to eat the rabbit food again, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit when we get into the prep portion of the program. Let's do a quick. Unless you got anything, we could get the PBS out of the way.
nope.
Now get the PBS out, and then I got a short one.
Remember, just a quick note. Remember, Sandra, if you got anything, if you want to
Say
chime
it,
in,
sweetheart.
say it.
Absolutely.
We don't care if you're on key or not. Just sit out.
If she's on key, she'll be the only one of the four of us. I tell you
Yeah,
what.
yeah, pretty much.
You know, I don't think we've ever heard her singing voice.
No, we haven't.
Oh my God, you don't want to.
That's the reaction I was looking for.
Maybe, just maybe.
Now hold on. Seeing as how none of us well, I can, but only if held at gunpoint. None of us individually can really carry a tune in a bucket. Maybe together.
But
got-
if I'm gonna magically fix your tone deaf voices,
Absolutely! Why not?
add to the misery.
Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Take a look at the no-talent bastards that are making millions of dollars today. If they can do it, by God, why can't we?
Milli Vanilli comes to mind.
Well, they didn't even freaking sing.
Yeah, and they're still making money.
I'm thinking more along the lines of like, Justin Bieber. That piece of shit.
You had to bring him up.
Yes, I did.
Now I want to kill
Just
him.
like a good puke. Anyhow.
There goes my mood.
We'll fix it here in a minute.
Looks like I'll have to go hunting again.
Here. There you go. That'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Run a few rounds
Nice
today.
boy.
Yeah.
Nice boy.
Easy, boy. That's all
Justin
I'm saying.
Bieber does look curiously similar to a moose. Just saying.
Accidents happen.
Yeah.
I wonder what those.
Hunting accidents happen every year.
I wonder what
Tragic
those,
accident. Fell on his knife. 17.
Just ask the lawyer that got his face shot off by Dick Cheney.
Paul! Anyway.
I'm just trying to figure out what those letters on those deer stood for.
Nice. Should have been wearing your glasses, man. Yeah. All right.
FBI, ATF,
Yeah.
DEA,
DHS.
Sea Kyle.
TSA.
I'm not going to get into the TSA right now because there is some crap about them that I'm still investigating to see whether it's true or not. We'll get into that at a later date. Let's get the PBS portion out of the way. This is the part of the program we don't like to do, but we're going to do it anyway.
Help! Everybody's a fucking critic.
Yes, they are. Kind of mediocre. All right, this is where we break out the begging and bowl. Donation time, folks. Absolutely. It's the Christmas season. Don't you feel like giving? No! But that's just me. We've got quite a chunk of change into various electronic pieces of equipment right
Yeah,
now.
we have sunk quite a bit into
And the hell of it is, none of it is working yet!
Yep, and we are pulling our hair out. We ain't got much left. Once we get done with ours, we're going to start on yours.
Fascinating, Cat. I hadn't given that part of it any thought. That ain't bad. Once I'm done pulling my hair out, I'm starting on yours, fucker. You know, that's a hell of an incentive to whoever's doing the job. I like that one. Nicely done. All right. I can do that. All right, that's cool. You take a look at what we've got sitting here, and we got power supplies out the ass.
Yeah.
We got power supplies out the ass. We got the transmitter is still doing well. We got a new
We've got
we got a new meter in.
We've tried all three transmitters. Terry brought an old one up.
And still,
Still, we're
All
not
right.
firing over. So we have a sneaking suspicion.
we've got a brand new amplifier that I ordered that came in.
Yep.
We've got another chip set to repair one of our older amplifiers that's supposedly just fine. It's not working. Now, the last thing I can think of, this is what you were alluding to here when I came in tonight.
preamp. A preamp.
A preamp or attenuator.
Attenuator, yeah.
All right, it'll take it from 1 to 10 amps in order to drive everything else. Fairly cheap, but either we order that tonight while I'm here, or you let
I
Terry
don't know
do
which one it is. See,
Okay.
that's the thing.
let
Uh,
let Terry continue to do his stuff, and when he decides what he thinks we need, let me know. We'll order the damn thing and get it done, because we're still doing Simply the Web tonight. To our local listeners, I hope you're following us tonight. Let everybody else in the local area that you know that listens in, tell them to get to the web if they can. I know there's a lot of our local listeners that hate the concept of being on the internet. They do not like computers. They're more of a Luddite than I am.
and
Well, we've got one local that's listening to us on the net. Tim, spread the word.
No doubt.
Let everybody know that we are not broadcasting over the air just yet. If they want to hear us or any part of the show or the station, they got to do it on the internet.
We're still here. We're still doing what we do. In fact, our capabilities
And
have
we're-
gone beyond anything.
And we're spending hours trying to get this thing running, and it's just giving us the middle finger.
We've got the equipment. We're continuing to buy the equipment. We could use some help financially.
Fixed.
All right. Squirrel cam.
Squirrel cam.
That's
Move
it.
it. I'm on at 6.
That's excellent.
That is excellent.
I don't know where you're finding the pictures, but it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious.
I think he makes them up himself.
Could be.
He's that good.
But once again, gotta give it all to Sandra for promoting the whole concept, because where we were just doing it randomly, she kicked it in the ass, and now it's an official.
It all
conversation.
started with squirrel boobs. Furry squirrel boobs.
Yes. I still have those pictures at home on my
And-
computer if I could ever
and-
gain access to them.
And I can't say that we are responsible for it, but there are several commercials out there now involving squirrels.
Yeah, that seems to be a trend right now.
Yeah.
But we started it.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you so much. All right.
No applause, just money, please.
I'd like to thank the Academy for the recognition. Anyway, I'm not going to do an acceptance
Squirrels
speech
that
yet.
came up all the
Up
time.
the Academy. Remember that movie?
Vaguely.
There was a Mad Magazine movie.
That's probably why it's vaguely. Be that as it may, we're getting off of... Squirrel!
Squirrel! I saw one today, almost shot it.
Oh, wait a minute.
He needs to build the fur coat.
Nah, that's chipmunk.
Oh, my bad. But look how much more real estate and fur he'll get with a squirrel.
It's the principle of the thing.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Chipmunks, only choice chipmunks, brain tanned. Which is a
Grade A?
which
Do
is
they have a USDA stamp on them?
Hell with you.
why would you want to downgrade?
Yes.
True.
To hell with the federal government.
Yeah.
It's a typical theme here. Wow, we off on a fucking tangent. Hold on. Let's reel this shit back in here.
Hell, they're the ones that...
Donations! Yeah, that's it. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Damn squirrels keep coming along and stealing them.
Somehow I got from the donations to the station to brain tanning chipmunk hides. How in the hell that happened? All right. And none of you fuckers helped.
Of course not. You expect us to help?
Yes!
Hey, when we plant the seed, we like to see the plant grow.
Now I see your game. You douche. All right. Say not a word. Say not a word.
I'm trying.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm trying to figure out. I got the antenna. I got one of the amplifiers.
And you got the 2 chips. Well, no, Terry got the 2 chips.
Yeah, I told him
Three
I was
chips,
going to reimburse him. I don't know what he's going to do about that or not. We haven't had a
Well-
chance to talk. I think maybe a source of pride for him right now.
Well,
But,
let's put it this way, he's very perplexed.
But
And, he wants to get this thing going because he wants to send them back to see if he can get refund on them.
All right. Like, so my income is still sufficient to handle a lot of this, but I could definitely use some help because I have some.
Oh, absolutely.
I have some chunk of change into this thing.
That's why I spent so much time shooting deer this year and filling my freezer. Do you realize how much money that's gonna save on beef?
No doubt. No doubt. And venison is much better anyway. Dude, Christmas. Send me some venison. Okay, that's all I ask.
I ain't gonna send you nothing, I'm gonna give you some.
All right. Let's see. The electric bill, as always, we can always use help with. Trying to think. Financially, I think that's pretty much the base thing. For the longest time, we didn't have to worry about equipment problems here.
But all of a sudden it was right now.
Yeah, and high dollar stuff in order to actually do it right. And we are trying to do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Because this upgrade, once it's fully functional, will probably be the last.
Yeah, they'll probably kill us by it before
Indeed.
we have to replace it.
Indeed. And that's exactly where I'm going with it. There's no question. We are too persistent. We are too much of a pain in the ass. Now, there are other leaders out there that will probably go after first, but because we are so in your face, and we do promote the 3%, we have probably raised their awareness level of us.
Just
And-
making the list, thanks to him.
Yeah, that was a serious middle finger right at the SBLC.
I thought that was a severe stroke of genius.
It was indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had no idea that. Hence the need when they make his statue of big hairy balls.
We've got to visit every barbershop and styling salon in the area and ask them to save the hair.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem. The donations will be there. I have no problem with
And
that.
we've already got a volunteer to put the hair on.
All right. We'll get into that at a later date.
Squirrels.
Fuzzy squirrel balls. All right. Anyway. The only rally we've got coming up in the foreseeable future is going to be April 19th, Patriots Day. With all due respect to the victims of 9/11, Bush had no business naming that what he did. He had no business. There was already Patriots Day. April 19th, the anniversary of the battles of Lexington and Concord, the beginning of the first American Revolution.
Shot heard round the world.
Exactly. And if you don't know about that, the public school system has done a masterful job of dumbing you down. You need to look into it. If your kids don't know about it, you need to be teaching them this. Teach them their history. Now, the rally, we've got a few ideas that are being juggled around. We got some time to put it together. But we've already had a tentative okay from a Mr. Hagen Smith, an old
I'm still blown away by that.
old dear friend of Braveheart Radio.
Oh, yeah.
He's living in Florida now, but he has said he would be in this area around the time and would love to come and speak at the rally. Former Constitution Party candidate for governor.
You want to split half of one with me?
No?
Well, I'm gonna pour half.
Okay, pour half of it in. Okay.
I got something stuck in my throat, piece of apple skin, and I can't get rid of it, so I'm gonna drink half a beer.
Half a beer. I didn't know there was such a thing.
I didn't either.
That's entirely new to me.
Half a keg.
Well, I didn't
Half a
want to
quarter
go
keg.
into. I didn't
Half a
want to go into detail.
Hey, you got more than me.
Will you sit down now? Stop! Stop!
You got more beer than me!
I'm gonna send you both of your rooms if you don't knock it off.
Please?
I'm gonna write a note to your parents saying you don't play well with other children.
Oh, that
One,
makes
hey,
it,
dude, one parent's gone and the other one I don't speak to, so go ahead.
that makes an interesting
It's
taste.
kind of a depressing thought, man. Come on.
A little bit, but it ain't gonna do you any good to write any letters.
That makes an interesting tasting.
How about if I
beer.
light a few candles and let your mom know what you're doing?
Ignore him, Mom.
There you go. There you go.
He's lying. What am I talking about? She sees everything I do.
That's a disturbing thought, too.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Leave yourself alone. Anyway.
I wasn't going there, but
I was! Anyhow.
you did.
Yes, I did. That's 3 now!
as I was saying,
You were trying to say, go ahead.
as I was trying to say,
Yes.
I just invented a new flavor of beer. Chocolatier.
That is, wait a minute, we talked about that before. Shut up. Fuck! It's right beside me.
You went for the slam dunk and missed. I was shooting from 3-point range.
Does the
You
old
suck bigger
man,
than I do, all right?
does the old man have to show you how it's done?
Stay where you are. Don't touch a goddamn cap. All right. Anyhow. 1, 2, 3. Squirrel.
Squirrel. Delayed reaction. It's the internet.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Looky what I found.
Oh hell! How'd you let him get a little one?
Oh shit.
All right. All right, douchebag. Let's see you hit it.
Motherfucker did it.
Like,
Not again!
like I told the guy when I come out of the woods on Monday,
Trigger discipline.
when
Booger
I,
hook is off the bang switch.
I come out of the woods on Monday. This is another squirrel, by the way. I come out of the woods on Monday after shooting those
Holy
deer.
fuck. We're not gonna get anything done
And
tonight.
I said to my buddy's brother, I says, I'm getting too old for this shit. My knees don't work, my lungs don't work, my heart ain't worth a shit, and certain other body parts don't work. And I said, the only thing that seems to work for me is my trigger finger, and he says, I see.
He wasn't happy with you, was
No,
he?
because I shot one who was standing right in front of him that they were waiting to come out of the brush, and I had a clear shot at.
Oh, you scarfed.
He who shoots first wins.
You scarfed another dude's deer.
No, they didn't care, they just waiting for it to
No,
come
the
out.
deer didn't care what a bullet's a bullet to hit. Shit.
Yeah, they
Anyway,
never knew when to hit him, it just,
once again, let's get back to April 19th
Yes.
because that's going to be the next Braveheart rally, and that's going to encompass a lot of different things. As a celebration of our independence, what little bit we have left. Open carry rally, obviously. Now with the possibility, and I'm hoping this is going to become a certainty, of Hagen coming up to speak. He's got certain topics that he specializes in, and we're going to work for an indoor venue for, let's face it, mid-April, Northwest Pennsylvania. The weather sucks balls on a level you would not believe. It could be 85 degrees outside. It could be what we got outside right now. You don't know. It could be both in the same day. Once again, I'm not bitter. So we're going to try for an indoor venue for the speakers. And then, what I hope we can accomplish is either an armed march or a caravan or convoy from the place that we're speaking to the town square, Diamond Park, in front of the county courthouse, for an open carry rally and torching of the UN rag. And this will probably be the last major rally they allow us to pull off. I would really like to see it come together.
If they let us do this.
The only thing that could stop us is an armed response. As far as the speaking engagement is concerned, I'm not concerned about that. As far as the march and the torching of the rag, the march may be the thing that makes them nervous.
well, that would be covered under a parade permit along with the demonstration permit.
Indeed,
part.
indeed.
We gotta get a permit for people to walk down the sidewalk? Come on.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. We do need to cover all the bases here and find out what we're going to do, but tentatively that's going to be, that's the idea we're floating right now. Now, we've got some time before April to change things up, to modify things, more people who want to get involved in it. So it's obviously going to be an open carry rally. Every Braveheart rally now is an open carry rally. Torching of the UN rag, they're starting to talk about implementing a lot of the gun control crap from the UN again. You know, we buy a few months here, maybe a year there. It never entirely goes away. We got to show them, fuck you and die. It's not going to happen, at least not on our watch. And if it does happen, we're going to ignore you, forcefully.
And kill you if necessary.
Indeed. So
Don't make it necessary.
Why not? Because they plan to kill us.
we've got, well, I've got some things from Sam Carradine I'd like to throw out right now, but I'll wait for a later date because I want to make sure I quote him properly. But Sam's been putting out some great information.
Yes,
lately.
he has.
3% Patriots. Check it out. Speaking engagements, we got to do an indoor venue for these guys. Hagen will take some time to speak. I made the mistake the last time I had Hagen and Marcus together.
Two great talkers.
Both of those guys love to talk, and they got a lot of information they can share with you. We definitely need an indoor venue because the last time we did that, it was butt ugly outside. And we want people to be comfortable and be able to absorb the information they have to give you. The armed march, I don't think anybody would be surprised that it would be a Braveheart radio event.
Especially in Crawford County.
Indeed. I think they'd be damn disappointed.
Guns are a way of life.
If they did, well, not as much as it used to be.
Not as much as it
We
used
can
to
talk
be.
about that later. But right now, it's going to be speaking engagement, indoor venue, place for seating, so you can be comfortable and absorb the information that will be given. Armed rally and march. Convoy if you can't make the march if you can. Rally at the town square in front of the courthouse. Rallying the troops. A few hoorah, do all this kind of nonsense. There will be another swearing in of the constitutional militia. I will be administering the oath. I've been trying to do that at every rally I personally attend. So if you so desire to either reaffirm the oath you already swore, or if you want to take it for the first time, I will be administering the oath. And then we will be torching the tidy bowl blue rag of the United Nations, telling them we do not recognize your ability to rule over us. We are a sovereign people. Kiss my ass.
Now, real quick, Mike, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
Saturday, April 19th. Go ahead.
From Pastor Brooks, he sent an email just a little while ago about the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And it's supposedly bigger and more dangerous than Obamacare. I'm thinking that this has to do with the UN.
Always does.
Pastor, I'm going to look into this week. We will have something about it next week because it seems too big to just touch on tonight.
Yeah, if something that large, we need to actually do some research and get it. We could probably do a full hour on that. That's going to be, once again, April 19th. It's the next rally for Braveheart Radio. If you've got something you know of that is going on between then and now, and I really wish some people would step up and do it, because a lot of the pro-gun rallies with the winter coming on have died down. I will be promoting North Carolina's PATCOM come springtime. Brock Townsend, down in North Carolina, he holds a Patriot convention every spring and fall, and the spring PATCON will be coming up probably in, I think, May.
And Mike and I might be making that trip.
If at all possible, I'll be making the road trip, and if I can co-opt you, I'm going to drag you along too, because I think you'd like to meet some of these 3%ers down there.
Well, like I said, I haven't been down to North Carolina for
Indeed.
5 years.
Indeed. It's kind of, guess what?
You're gonna go visit the old
He's
homestead?
back!
Visit the old homestead.
But we'll be working on that. So,
I might take up squatters' rights.
pretty large facility there. We'll
Well.
see what we can do. All right. So, if you have information on the stories we've done in the past, if you have stories you would like us to try and cover, if you disagree with what we're doing here, fuck off. Okay, we stopped caring about that a long damn time ago. If you wish to donate to the station, either in the form of manpower, ideas, or financially, please send all written correspondence to Braveheart Radio, 13211 Laurel Drive, apartment 1343, Meadville, Pennsylvania.
Occupied zone number 16335.
That's the zip code. Once again, Braveheart Radio, 13211 Laurel Drive, apartment 1343, Meadville, Pennsylvania.
Department of Defense Missile Targeting Code 16335.
That's also the zip code. Yeah, no shit. We got a couple websites you might want to check out. Also, if you want to contact us via email, let's do that first. BraveheartRadio@gmail.com. That goes to John's various and sundry electronic type device thingies there. Nothing. You gonna smoke tonight?
Yeah, I am. You know
All right, now hold on. Let's see what we got there.
We've got,
Now these are the ones you've been smoking the last few weeks. Do you enjoy those?
they're okay, but
You want to try
I'm
that one?
intrigued.
Okay. Connecticut Shade. It's a big one. Go for it. I'll stick with the Maduro. Put that one back in the box.
Daryl doesn't want one, so.
Kind of surprised tonight, bro.
And we're down to
That's all
60%
stuck in my
humidity.
throat.
Still?
Yeah, I just don't want to go.
Is this gonna bug you?
No, it shouldn't.
Okay, just one.
Might make me cough, maybe I'll cough it up. It's like a fur ball.
Yeah, okay.
60% humidity.
Yeah, we'll have to refresh that one. All right. Once again, BraveheartRadio@gmail.com. That goes to John. If you've got anything you need us to know about, once again, MRAPs. Who's got them? Where they got them parked? What the rotation is on guarding it. Yeah, we could use that as well. Exactly. If you have access to like their maintenance records, in theory.
And oh, by the way,
Yes.
there is.
Drones. We haven't seen a whole lot about drones
No.
recently.
There is a link on our website
Yes,
about how to disable an MRAP,
in theory.
in theory.
In theory.
For entertainment purposes only. Also on the website, there are links to Android and iPhone apps that you can
Drone patrol.
report drone sightings.
Yes. I have not checked mine in a while yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah, getting to the AMRAPs, I don't want to hear of anybody putting sugar down the gas tank or fuel tank.
No, that would,
No,
that would be wrong.
Evil.
That would be just
I get
no,
it.
no.
That is so childish.
Shame
and
on
infantile.
you. Shame on
Yeah.
you.
Not that there's anybody out there that would do that, but
No, no.
do that. Put sugar down the gas tank, the fuel tank.
Wow, what a concept.
Wait a minute. Wait. I don't understand. Can you expand on that, please?
Well, you see, the sugar dissolves into the fuel.
Yes.
Theoretically. And it goes through the fuel line and gets into where the pistons are. And then as the pistons burn the gas off, the sugar kind of melts and crystallizes and gums up everything. Therefore, blown engine.
Damn.
In theory.
That would be horrible.
That is so childish.
It's,
Yes.
well,
Please, nobody do this.
do not put sugar in the fuel tanks of the MRAPs. Thank you very much. That would be just evil and wrong and bad.
Even worse.
Yes.
Even worse. Please don't put gasoline into the tanks because that'll cause them to explode.
Now hold on. There's quite a few MRAPs out there that are gasoline fired.
Okay. All right. Then
Make sure you know what fuel.
Please don't put diesel into a gasoline engine because it'll come up and it won't run. That's just so wrong.
It's just a bad thing to do.
And
It
don't
really
put
is
it
a
in
bad
the
thing.
oil
to do.
system either.
No. And
I'm trying to keep a straight face.
for God's sake, do not put sand into the oil. Please, just don't do that because that's just so wrong.
Lapping compound.
Yeah, he just wants to polish up make it
That's-
run smoother.
Mike, that's evil. Please don't do that.
I'm sorry, I'm an evil man.
If any of you missed any of the last segment, it will be available in the archive.
Silicon carbide would work good too.
Anyway,
But please don't do any of those evil things.
well, I'm trying to remember where it was. I can't remember where I read it, but somebody wanted to get even with his boss. The guy drove this, top-end Mercedes, and got fired for some stupid shit. I don't know. He probably deserved it, but that's besides the point. He made up some labels at his job and stuck it on cans of Lappin compound and sent it to his boss saying, "Here's your free sample of this new engine additive." And the boss do thinking, "Wow, I don't remember getting this, but it's a free sample."
I didn't ask for this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Supposed to improve my mileage, okay. And dumped Lappin compound into his oil.
Smooth the engine right up.
So smooth, it's like it doesn't even run.
Took it about a week, but totally destroyed that fucking engine. And you know something? I love that. That's beautiful.
I'm sorry I brought that up. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. No, you're not. So,
I just want to make sure
folks,
people obey the law.
everything for the last fight, don't do that, okay?
And if you missed it, it's on the archive.
Exactly right. The whole list.
What not to do.
What not to What not to do. All right. Once again, we do have a best of 2013 show that is going to be coming up second week now. We're changing things up a little bit. Jack, I know you put out something for us, but we're doing it the second week in January because Daryl is going to be gone on the 4th. apparently that is the Washington show.
Yeah, Washington Gun
And
Show.
it would not be right for us to do a best of show without the big guy here.
Without the founder.
We can't.
No.
We can't do that.
Oh,
So,
gee, guys, you're making me feel so, I don't know, I can't handle that.
well, don't handle it then.
It's like
It's just-
pouring sugar into the gas tank of an MRAP. You just can't do that.
It's just not a thing you should do. No, absolutely not.
You're embarrassing the hell out of me.
And that's. I wish that was even
Bullshit!
possible.
I'm shoveling
the bullshit all the live long day.
We're getting the mic too serious.
All right, all right. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, all right. Poll questions. The nominations for Best of 2013. Anything that you liked from the last year that you thought was particularly funny, particularly serious, whatever, something that stuck in your mind, something that spoke to your heart, whatever. We could use some ideas. We've got a short list already of things that are going to be for the show, but it's going to be the second show of the new year to make sure Daryl's here to join in and enjoy it with us. And that gives you a little more time. It gives us a little more time to put it together. So, what do you
I just
got?
thought of a spot. I just thought of a spot that we need to get.
Okay.
And that was when Sandra was up here for the first show and the first word.
We already got that. We already got that. That's already
Okay.
part of it. I would have thought you were.
That moment is immortalized.
Yes, Sandra's first broadcast words, and her follow-up the second time she was here.
Uh-huh.
That will be part of a segment. Sorry, sweetheart, your family now. We get to pick on you. You've been very, very quiet.
Will make you famous or infamous?
She's making brownies.
Sounds like she might be eating them now.
No, I'm still here. I'm not eating brownies.
You should be.
You should be.
They're done. I just don't want them.
Well,
Wait
what
a minute. Wait.
Wait
Hold
a
on.
minute.
Okay, that does not compute.
That's a non sequitur.
I told
Thank
you I
you.
didn't even eat them. That's what.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Box them up
Hold
and send them to me.
on. Hold on. I think I must have misinterpreted that because you don't even eat brownies,
I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't really like them.
but she's baking them anyway.
Yeah, it was one of those things. I was at the store and I was like, oh, I want to bake something, but I didn't want to do.
God, I hate these fucking things. Let me buy some and make them.
Oh, God, I miss
She is one of us. She is definitely one of
That's
us.
gotta be
miss her
one of
so
them
much.
women things.
She definitely fits in with this.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh my God,
It's undeniable.
it's beautiful. I'm gonna cry.
We're so sorry.
Oh yeah, there's no hope now. All right. Yeah, Braveheart Radio at hotmail.com. Yeah, I know we're kicking ass on the beer. Braveheart Radio
12-pack.
at hotmail.com. Let me finish up the smoke here. We'll finish that.
Yeah, then we gotta get to the seriousness. Well, while Mike's lighting up his thing, I got a public service announcement. The gun show up at Harbor Creek has been canceled.
Which is bullshit.
The gentleman found out about it after he went in and set up the tables, and then they come in and said he couldn't have the show because one of the firemen wanted it. Now, I understand firemen get priority because, after all, it's their fire hall. But if you've signed a contract and the guy's already set up, you're a dickhead for pulling a stuff
That's
like
kind
that.
of that's kind of breach of contract, unless it's in the terms.
It was in the terms, but 24 hours.
Yeah, no, you
You know,
need a week's advance notice on that.
Because the guy had already spent the advertisement money, and
And to be honest,
now he's gotta.
the guy who set up the show had been advertising this for a while. The guy who wanted the space on that date, it couldn't have been spur of the moment.
No, you should have.
You knew.
Yes.
You just automatically assume, well, they'll obviously do whatever I tell them to.
So he's supposed to get back to me later this Monday or Tuesday to see if he can get it rescheduled for next week, but he doesn't know how he's going to be able to do that.
Copy that.
But if he does, I will have the information for you on Wednesday night on Weapons Wednesday with Mark.
Okay, that was the Harbor Creek show?
Yeah.
The Harbor Creek. Good show up there, too. All right. We got a couple of websites I want you to check out. Obviously ours, braveheartradio.net. Don't get no simpler than that. Interesting places to check out. We got some nice links. We got some things you need to look at. We haven't really updated the serious content in a while.
Because it's good stuff.
Yeah, the stuff the stuff we've got there. If you haven't seen it yet, go through all of it. There may be some things there that you'll see that pique your interest, and you'll probably stay there. Go through all of it. And once again, the rounding up of the gingers, the video at the very bottom of the site. You've got to look into that. If you have any idea what we are all fired up about, that'll give you a good idea of why we do what we do. And I'll leave it at that because I don't want to throw out any spoilers there. Once again, John's blog, Keystone 3. Do a Google search for that. And I haven't posted any content this week.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I wanted to. I couldn't get my freaking computer to work. We'll find out how long that lasts when I get home tonight.
Once, I put up a post probably a month and a half ago now about the journal of my new tattoo. That has not happened due to the fact that I've got a truck to put an engine into.
Okay.
Once I get caught up from
Are you
that
still planning
mess-
on doing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Once I get caught up from that mess,
Because I know Sam and some other guys out there in the threes.
Yeah.
They're looking forward to see what you do.
yeah.
And I got to admit, I want to see the kind of artwork your tattoo artist does because I'm looking at a couple tats myself.
Mm.
I still want to get the Greek Moulin Labe on one shoulder and maybe our unit flash on
Well,
the
they
other.
did my 9/11 tattoo. And you've seen that.
Yeah, I may. My good friend Tommy, who used to sit in here every once in a while. Tommy, if you're listening tonight, I need to talk to you, bro. We haven't talked in a while. But he was big on trying to get me to get my tat. Get a couple of them. I was going to get the Gadsden done on one shoulder and the unit flash on the other. And he hasn't been around to really force the issue. It was going to be on my last birthday, and he let me slide on it. As part of my improvement series, because I plan on losing 30 pounds by my birthday, if I succeed, I will get both tats
You're going to reward yourself.
with a couple of tats.
Excellent.
And I'm going to be using John's blog to keep track of that. Just like he's doing with the tat, I'm going to do it with my self-improvement program. I'm going to throw my weight up on the first day of the new year, and every week I'm going to update it. And I want our listeners out there to keep me honest, because I've got to do something. Right now, I am not in fighting shape, obviously, as you can plainly see. I got to get rid of this. I used to run 10K races for fun. Now I get winded walking out to my truck. It's bullshit. And I got to do something about that. If we are going to be engaging in any kind of fight, if we are going to be around for when the North American Liberty Games kick off, we've got to be able to shoot, move, and communicate. And right now, I can shoot. Moving and communicating ain't going to happen because move, I can maybe walk to the bus stop and that's about it. Communicate, I'm going to be breathing too damn hard for you to understand a fucking thing I'm saying. So I need to work on both of those, and I'm hoping to drop at least 30 pounds. So we'll see how that all turns out. So
And old
we got-
Darrell here is just going to be in a wheelchair picking them off.
well, we're gonna rig that wheelchair with either a 60. I don't think it'll hold up to a Mod Deuce.
Oh, I'll make it hold them all.
Fuck that, miniguns.
No, I want the Maldives.
We have to use what we can get a hold of. I can get a hold of a Mod Deuce and a 60.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
theoretically.
In theory.
Yeah.
Remember, we're talking about the North American Liberty Games.
Yes.
It's just a game.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, it's a fantasy. You know?
Yeah. Just keep telling yourself that.
Just because there's real blood, it's only a coincidence.
Oh, hey, dude, just entirely a coincidence. Hey,
Damn, I cut myself again.
they're taking all the blood out of the other sports. I mean, why not? You can't slide into a catcher coming into home plate anymore. They're making that a rule.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, baseball is taking the slide into the catcher. If you do it and it looks like you did it on purpose, they can fine you or eject you from the game. That's
Well,
part
then
of
the
fucking
catcher
game.
better stay out of my way so I can get to the plate.
See.
Yeah. We'll see.
Next
Football, they've already screwed up.
Next
Might as
they're
well
gonna-
be touch or flag.
Next,
Well,
they're going to ban body checking in hockey.
We're working on it.
Um,
Working on it.
one of the Steelers, Jack Lambert, from back in the
Jack!
Jack
Jack!
Lambert, when they were making some of the rulings for the quarterback, he says, well, might as well just put skirts on.
That's exactly right. All right. Let's see. We got Braveheart Radio at Gmail to give us information we need. Braveheart Radio at hotmail.com for poll questions and suggestions for the Best of show. John's site, Keystone 3. Check it out. I think that pretty much covers it. So if you're going to send a donation to the station, please leave the payee blank, or actually make it up to Daryl Civic. If you're going to send cash, wrap it in something. Greeting cards this time of the year would be sweet. Otherwise, wrap it in aluminum foil. We can patch our hats with it. Sandra, I'm working on yours as we speak. The glue is setting on yours right now. I'm just waiting to get the sprinkles on it.
Sparkles. It has sparkles?
Of course it has sparkles.
You asked for it.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Well, I told you. Hey, you wanted it. I told you I'd get you one.
Now will you send us the brownies?
I thought the sparkle part might be a little bit difficult.
Not at all. Not at all. That's. I'm doing it out on the back deck so I don't get sparkles all throughout my carpet. Okay. Trust me. This goes back to projects I used to do in summer camp. Are you kidding me? I get to play with glue, and unfortunately, you really can't catch a buzz off it anymore. They've taken the fun out of everything.
Yeah, man, they took the ether out of it. I mean, jeez.
Took the weed out of brownies. I'm hoping to do something about that. Far out, man. All right. Tommy
Next-
Chong, how you doing?
Next thing you know, they'll be taking the chocolate out of brownies and we'll have to call them Whitey's.
Cue the crickets. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not touching it at all. The views expressed by the founder of Braveheart Radio do not necessarily reflect those of his compatriots.
Well played.
Every once in a while,
I had to do something. Daryl, your sheet is showing. Knock it off.
every so often, you just have to throw a...
No, you don't.
Well, you most certainly do.
Simpleton. Holy shit. You ain't going to believe this.
We're at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we are. We got 2 minutes.
Shit.
Feces.
Where'd they go to?
All right, in the next hour, guys, no more bullshit. We definitely have to do some hard news.
We got some news, too.
Okay, so we got some news. We have got to take a little bit of a break because, man, we managed to jerk off this entire hour. So, you're listening to Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM. We'll be back in a little bit.
Holy shit.
When we go to do some of these news stories, once we get past the most pertinent information of it, we don't necessarily have to finish the whole article, just.
That shouldn't have been a problem. That was fair. That one was fair.
I know, but I don't want another flag from YouTube.
I gotcha. Bunch of douchebags.
Yeah, there's a lot of yellow smoke at the end of the show.
Yeah, I haven't had to do it once. You've been doing it about
You
every
never have to do it, asshole.
Oh, what's right? No, wrong end.
Yeah.
Wrong hole, wrong plumbing.
There you go. You go to your room. Don't come out until you learn how to act. To be, well, not to be. Dad, I've learned how to act. Anyway,
That is the question.
it's one hell of a question too. All right, here we go. Let's do this one. And over here. And more attitude music. There we go.
I could go to sleep. Well, being out in the cold for 6 hours like that just sucks
I'm
the
glad
sucks
you
the,
were-
the strength out of you.
Tell me about this past week dealing with a frozen truck because the whole time we're under there, we burn it with propane torches, falling out every damn joint we can find in order to get the thing running. What a pain in the ass. But with the new valve replacement, replace one that is 95% metal instead of 80% plastic.
I'm gonna pick Mike's jacket up.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, no problem.
But I didn't want to step on it.
Yeah, shit. I'll probably walk out of here and forget the damn thing. But, yeah, this past week with the temperatures the way they were, and up in the holding lot with a 30-mile-an-hour crosswind, the wind chills were down to like about 10 below zero. Using the torch was a waste of time. But we did what we had to do, so. I don't see Mandy on there tonight. She
Yeah, she must be
having a life?
having a life, yeah. Imagine that.
In the next year, somehow, some way, I don't know how, we have got to get Two Angry Chicks up and running.
I know.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. I gotta find out where Mandy lives over in the Toledo area and see if I can hook up with her sometime at maybe lunch over at the truck stop, just so we can talk it out and see how she wants to play it. And I would love to see Sandra and Mandy, if for nothing, start out with their own segment of the show and just have at it, girls, knock it out of the park.
And they would too.
It'd be funnier now.
Oh,
it would be glorious.
It would be, no doubt. Oh. Silence.
A little bit. Well, Daryl just said he can probably take a nap right now.
But you said you might only stay for the first 2 hours.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, but we haven't covered any news, so.
All right, let me move this over here. Let's see what we've got here while we got a few minutes. Is there any ones in particular you wanted to hit?
Well,
Are Americans practicing communism? Boy, are we ever.
that's the 10-point planks I was talking about.
Oh, sure. We've done that several times. It might not be a bad idea.
Well, that's why I pulled it up, not necessarily.
Actually-
I-
Nice. This is exactly what I used to have before. But your printer sucks balls. So I need to find out where you
Well,
got
that's
this.
that particular cartridge. I'm
Okay.
about to run out of ink on it, so
Okay.
I'll try and.
St. Louis Health Department orders church to stop feeding the homeless?
Yeah. Hot meals,
All right.
because they gotta have a permit, but they can feed them prepackaged meals from, say, like McDonald's or something like that without a permit.
Gunfights go beyond democratic states. For Bloomberg, let's see, let's hold up on that. U.S. mayors, thousands of guns sold illegally online. How?
Yeah, exactly.
Small print. 6-year-old suspended for sexual harassment.
Yeah, I kissed
That
the
has
girl.
since been lifted.
Okay.
But the
Do
mother
what?
of the mother of the girl that the kid kissed spoke out against the boy.
Mother's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? TSA agent confiscates sock monkey's pistol. Oh, we're doing that one. We are doing that one. We are doing it. Shut the hell up. We are doing that one. I'm sorry. Whenever the TSA acting as TSA will, we're doing that one. All right. Any ones in particular you want?
Well, the TSA one is one of them.
Okay, absolutely.
And especially with the holiday season coming up, the church being told that they can't feed the hungry
Okay, we'll do that.
because they don't have a
Do we
permit.
want-
And the 10 planks. You want to go over that one?
If you want, that's
No,
fine.
I'm trying to put this. We don't have enough time to do them all.
I know, but that's why I'm letting you pick which one what you want to
Okay.
We want to touch on
And John has a couple things.
Yeah, well, we'll do the mailbag and then we'll get into this.
Don't worry about the mailbag this week.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Because John's got more information about the firemen and the Obamacare.
That's right. They want to take volunteers. I remember talking about that and turn them into paid employees for the sake of
According to the
Obama.
IRS, they are employees already.
When did
Don't
that
crack
happen?
window. That's the way it's always been.
Not anything I know about. Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Does it surprise you that you don't know about it?
Well, actually, it does. Might not need that much, but we'll see what happens once it gets cold in here. We'll play it by ear. We'll play it by ear. 'Cause we got some good stuff here. Just want to make sure we got enough news.
We'll do the mailbag next week.
Okay. So which one do we want to lead off with?
TSA.
TSA? All right. This will be a good chance for Sandra to get in on it too, because she has to deal with those assholes every day at her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Something we haven't really talked about much. I don't know if she's gonna want. It's a little breezy. Let's close that up a bit. Get to about here.
Good.
That'll be good. It's not nearly as bad as if it was like, 5 degrees outside. It's 30 out there right now.
It's actually nice out.
Yeah, if it's up to 20, what'd you say it was 29 degrees?
29 degrees.
That's about 10 degrees warmer than it was this morning when I was out hunting.
Actually, it's 30 right now.
Yeah.
I'm bringing up AccuWeather right now. We're getting ready to go live again. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the third hour. Pennsylvania American Patriot Radio, Braveheart, 88.7 FM here in lovely Meadville, Pennsylvania, where it is currently gone up. It is 30 damn degrees here in Meadville.
It's about blaze time.
Yeah. Let's see. Wintry mix. I don't like that word.
No, that's not good.
I'd rather have snow or nothing at all. Wintry mix means shit is gonna get stupid and most people don't know how to drive in it. Let's do, you okay there, bro?
Yeah, I'm moving that piece of apple skin.
Okay. Let's go here. I thought it was gonna warm up a little bit, but it looks like we got a chill coming here. Let's see, tonight, it's gonna only get down to about 27 with a 100% chance of snow tonight, maybe about 1 to 3 inches more tonight. Tomorrow, a high of 27, a low of 14, 60% chance of precipitation with another 1 to 2 inches possible. Monday, oh man, 18 the high, 16 the low. Beer, I'll get that here in a minute. Then we see a bit of a warm-up. Not much of one though. However, by the end of the week, things are going to get surreal. Friday, they're talking for a high of 42 degrees. Good pneumonia weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, then the next day it drops down to the 30s, then into the 20s. Make up your goddamn mind!
In other words, it's telling you winter's on its way.
Boing, 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 boing. That's what tigers do best, bounce all over the damn place.
That snowshoe rabbit winter.
I haven't had rabbit in a long time, and I'm actually craving it. Pan-fried rabbit, dredged through. I like to use flour with salt, pepper, and a little garlic powder.
Well, we're putting together a batch of squirrels for Squirrel Steve.
Have you?
We got about
Pan-fried squirrel's good too.
Yeah, we got about 3
With
squirrels.
all due respect to those who are guarding the station,
Yes, we got about 3
the tactical squirrels, they've earned their place out of the frying pan by taking up arms to defend us.
We have about 3 squirrels in the freezer, and we're gonna go between Christmas and New Year's and see if we can't bark a few more.
Barking.
Yeah.
That's a term I have not heard in a while. I miss hunting. God, I miss hunting. I do not get out as much as I used to. Hell, I don't get out at all anymore. My Rifles are all pissed at me right now. I don't call, I don't write, I don't take them anywhere anymore. All right, we basically, verbally jacked off for the last 2 hours, so we need to do something here. We got some news, and aren't you glad that we do? First story up tonight. Our new favorite people to hate. Another alphabet agency, the TSA. This comes to us, let's see, king5.com. I'm not sure if it's a local news agency. We'll have to find out where it's actually out of. But,
I think I got that through WorldNet Daily, but
okay, it's not showing on this one. You may have found the link there and it took you to the actual
yeah.
site here. TSA agent confiscates sock monkey's pistol.
Bad monkey. Spank it. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Why not? Dude, that's just wrong, man. I'm sorry, even by my standards, that's just wrong. And that's saying a hell of a lot, because I'll put up with Dan or anything. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. This was posted December 8th. Alright. Rooster Monkburn. Sock monkey. Okay, the cowboy sock monkey is without his pistol, thanks to a diligent TSA agent in St. Louis. Well, there you go. St. Louis. Where they firmly believe in hiring the handicapped. Let's see.
They're fun to watch.
We're going to get in so much trouble for that.
Oh, a joke just came to mind, but I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, let it go for right now. Okay. All right. Phyllis May of Redmond, Washington says she is appalled and shocked and embarrassed all at the same time. Wow, I didn't know you had that much time for that.
Multi-talented.
Good deal. Multitasking, too. About the incident that happened on December 3rd. May has a small business selling unique sock monkey dolls. Cool. She says she and her husband were on their way from St. Louis to SeaTac, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle, Tacoma.
Exactly. And she had a couple of monkeys and sewing supplies with her in a carry-on bag. Quote, his pistol was in there, she says of the sock monkey, Rooster Monkburn. Play on the John Wayne character. Sure. A takeoff on John Wayne character, Rooster Cogburn, from the film True Grit. If I would have kept on reading, I could have explained it. I'm doing it on my own. I'm a douche. Alright. Let's see.
No,
May and her husband were going through the screening process when she noticed that one of her bags was missing. Dun, dun, dun. And the TSA agent held it up and said, "Whose is this?" And I realized, oh my God, this is my bag. May said the TSA agent went through the bag, through the sewing supplies, and found the 2-inch long pistol.
Derringer.
She said, "This is a gun." May said, I said, "No, it's not a gun, it's a prop for my monkey." She said, "If I held it up to your neck, you wouldn't know if it was real or not." And I said, "Really?" The TSA agent told May she would have to confiscate the tiny gun and was supposed to call the police. Holy snapping assholes, Batman, are you kidding me?
Call the police.
Please!
Yes.
I want to see that go down. All right. I said, "Well, go ahead," said May. And I said, "Really? You're kidding me, right?" And she said, "No, it looks like a gun." "She took my monkey's gun," said May, who has retained her sense of humor. "Rooster Monkburn has been disarmed, so I'm sure everyone on the plane was safe. I understand she was doing her job, but at some point, doesn't common sense prevail?" No.
Now, when you're talking about
No,
TSA,
not when you're talking, yeah, exactly right. You
Or
are
any
dealing with the
government
TSA. In the end, the agent did not call police, and May did get her other sewing supplies back. Other sewing supplies. All right. On Monday, the TSA issued a statement saying, TSA officers are dedicated to keeping the nation's transportation security system safe and secure for the traveling public. Under long-standing aircraft security policy, And out of an abundance of caution, realistic replicas of firearms are prohibited in carry-on bags. All right.
Bullshit.
Oh, you a thundering herd of bullshit here.
Now, remember, Sandra, chime in if you want to.
Oh yeah, you got to deal with these jackasses on practically a daily basis.
First,
Really?
Yeah.
Honest and for true, a 2-inch prop toy gun on a sock monkey is going to send these people into apoplectic fits?
Yep.
well, especially when they call it a realistic looking
It's
representation.
just toy gun!
A 2-inch plastic pistol is not an accurate representation.
If I held this up
of
to your neck, you would know the difference.
in it.
Oh,
would be
really?
I'm
Have you ever
surprised-
seen a gun? Hold on, let me get this one out of my ankle holster. I'll show you what a real gun looks like, fuckhead. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
What surprises me, if she had other sewing supplies, I wonder if there was any needles. They would have more to fear from the needles than they would that prop gun.
Yeah.
Okay, if she had any needles in there. Nothing was mentioned about that. It just shows you that the TSA hires the stupidest of the stupid.
If you can't get a federal job anyplace else, join the TSA. Sandra, yeah, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
And
Well,
anything else?
I'm kind of not surprised at this, like that they would confiscate that. The funny thing is, what people don't realize, you know, TSA's there and they're doing their little screening thing and people are getting checked and groped and whatever. But at certain airports, there's so many ways that other bad things could happen. I'm not saying that they do,
Gotcha.
but there's so many ways to bypass a lot. And because of my job, I'm very aware of it.
Oh, do tell. Oh, wait a minute, no, that'd be telling secrets. We
She
can't have
probably can't.
You're talking like a plastic gun. I mean, come on, really?
a plastic gun the size that would fit a sock monkey puppet.
Yeah, I saw it on a program I was watching. They showed the size of it. And
Okay.
I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And like Daryl said, they should be more worried about if she had any type of the large sewing needles.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's more of a weapon than...
Stick them between your knuckles and pull a Wolverine. There you go. I'm sorry, that's what I would do.
Poke him in the eye with it. What the hell?
Theoretically.
Right.
Yeah, in theory. In theory. Yes, I'm not advocating.
Especially
No.
Especially if the needle has an eye of its own.
Oh!
Ah, shit. Ouch! Will you go back to sleep?
That way,
Holy hell,
That
man.
way you can sew that sucker shut while you're at it. But don't you feel so safe now knowing that the TSA is now out on the lookout
Oh, I feel so protected.
for
Oh,
plastic
God.
guns that belong to the sock monkeys?
Yes, everybody should feel so much safer now, definitely, yeah.
Oh my God. All right, we gotta go through this again. I'm sorry. And okay. And I got TSA held this up. Whose is this? She said. Okay. It's got. I'm betting it's probably somebody named Shaniqua, and Shaniqua, the TSA agent. And she said, if I held it up to your neck, you wouldn't know if it was real or not. Have you ever seen a real gun in your life, Shaniqua? I mean, for real, it's a 2-inch plastic replica that belongs on a puppet! You retarded piece of human flesh. Ugh. And these are the people that are keeping us safe at our airports.
Yeah.
You know, now you know why I don't fly.
You know, I used to be staunch against abortion, but you know,
There's a case to be made! There's a case to be made!
the older I get, the more of these stupid shits that come out.
It's called pouring a bottle of Clorox into the gene pool.
The more I'm considering changing my stance on that. a little bit.
Yeah, all right. God, unbelievable. Oh my God. Folks, if you're out there and let's face it, you're in the holiday season, you gotta put up with this happy crap. To any of our listeners, if you are planning on flying,
Don't.
no. I want reports. I want to know what you had to go through to get through the TSA.
Right. If you don't.
Are they packing weapons yet? Are they groping heartbreakingly beautiful blondes and little kids?
Oh, you know they are.
I want to know what they're doing. I want to report. Go for it.
Commercial on TV.
Yes.
Pillsbury Doughboy going through an airport. Getting poked in the belly by a TSA agent or some security officer.
That's just sick and wrong, dude.
Okay.
That's just sick and wrong.
No, that's the commercial that's been on.
I know, it's still
You
sick
know?
and wrong.
Yeah, it
they're
is.
They're trying to make light of
Of a
these
serious-
idiots.
Yeah, serious stupid idiots that they got working.
You know what's part about it is?
And then-
Tax dollars are going to pay for their salary.
Sandra, are they packing weapons yet?
No.
Not yet.
That's a good thing so far.
They have been talking about arming the TSA, and that will preclude me from ever taking another flight. Never. It will not happen. I'll drive any damn place I go. If I want to go to Hawaii, I'm driving there.
About the time I'm ready to go, the bridge ought to be done.
Bus trip to Hawaii.
That's right.
Big ass.
Yeah.
You can't get there from here. I don't care if it's impossible. That's the only way you're going there.
You know, that almost deserves a bus trip to Hawaii.
That is the bus trip to Hawaii award. That one actually qualifies as the bus trip to Hawaii. And if, that I don't know if you've got a complete description of that anywhere in the archives, but that might be one of the top ones. Describing
but
the
I
bus
have-
trip to Hawaii.
We've done that so many different.
We've got to find one, a good, clean copy. That'll be a research. Okay. All right, next on the agenda. Let's see. Just in time for the holidays, and by God, don't you think it's proper? This one comes to us from a blog called the Digital Journal. I am not the most compassionate of people. However, there are a few charities that I do donate to. One of them is the Salvation Army, and I wholly recommend that if you are going to donate this holiday season, see, I've even gotten to call it the holiday season.
I've been catching myself wanting to
Yeah.
say that, but I've been going and saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And notice I said Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been infected.
The holiday season was Thanksgiving. That's over.
Well, holiday season is a commercial construct.
Yeah.
It used to be Christmas. That is the center of it, whether you like it or not. As my buddy Bill used to say, fuck you, Merry Christmas. Described. I'll explain that one again later. But in order to make a big commercial deal out of it, they start tying in the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. Now, if you want to do the guy version, it's Thanksgiving to deer season, deer season to Christmas, Christmas to New Year's, New Year's to Super Bowl.
Yeah, there you
That's the holiday season,
go. Yeah,
all right?
There you go.
And all the shopping thereof. Did you know that the 12 days of Christmas was the 12 days following? It was not leading up
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, it was afterwards.
Most people don't know this. The 12 days of Christmas was supposed to be Christmas.
Sorry.
He's doing the damn commercial.
That's something that Sandra sent.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's not appropriate for airplay.
Okay. Send it to me when you get a chance. All right.
Send it to mine too. You get you.
Okay, that's wrong.
Yep.
That's wrong. I like it, but it's wrong.
Good one, Sandra.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Do we need any more proof that she fits in here?
No.
No, not at all.
None
All right.
whatsoever.
All right. Once again, holiday season. There's a ton of people out there that don't have it nearly. No matter how bad you think you are, how bad off you think you are, there are people who got it worse. And in the spirit of the season, once again, St. Louis. I'm detecting a theme here.
St. Louis is near where Russia's from.
St. Louis, no.
What the fuck?
Russia's quite to the south.
Cape Girardeau.
I know where it is. I've been there. I've drove through there many a time.
Okay.
Back when I was, it is a good piece. But St. Louis seems to be this year's winner of the Armpit of the Universe Award. St. Louis Health Department orders church to stop feeding the homeless. All right. During the holiday season? Really? Okay, assholes. The wind's picking up a little bit. We're going to close this. Or at least curtail it. That's enough. That'll work. Health officials in St. Louis have ordered a street church to stop serving hot meals to the city's homeless residents, stoking widespread public outrage. I certainly hope it does. St. Louis Post-Dispatch, liberal rag that it is, ran a front page feature last Sunday about Churches on the Streets ministry. Its leader, Edward, Pastor Paul, Gonella, I'm not sure what his nationality is, doesn't matter. And the group's work serving and saving St. Louis's needy. The community-based network of Christians has been sharing the love of Jesus and sharing hot meals with the city's homeless for over a year. Churches on the Streets has no permanent home. A church is not a building. It is the body of believers. That's
Quick
something-
aside,
Yeah.
I saw an advertisement, or not advertisement, a sign outside of a church one time, locally. It said, "This is a CH blank blank. CH. What's missing?
You are,
You are."
indeed. That's long been something to people who are superficial about their faith. A church is not a building.
It's a body of the people
It
inside.
is the body of believers. And I think that's where these people are definitely, that's where they live here. Churches on the Streets has no permanent home, hence its name. Group called Think Progress. I hate any group that throws progress in its name. I am suspicious of these days. Reported that dozens of the more than 1,300 homeless residents of St. Louis gather at the Cotton Belt Rail Depot on Mondays to share home-cooked meals and listen to Pastor Paul's sermons. Hope and belonging are recurrent themes at Churches on the Streets. Quote, "A lot of the people here don't feel welcome in other churches, which is sad," church organizer Ralph Valdez told the Post-Dispatch. "So we try to put out the idea that you are accepted here, that there is hope. Here you feel like you're not alone," said Mike Simmons, a 26-year-old mentally ill man who's been homeless for a decade. Since he was 16? What the hell happened there? The Post-Dispatch piece brought the group considerable attention, not all of it beneficial. In fact, as the paper reported the day after its cover story, the St. Louis City Department of Health ordered Churches on the Streets to stop serving meals to the needy because it did not have the proper permit. Yeah.
Welcome to free America.
Fuck your permits!
Indeed, indeed. They're doing a good thing. They really are. Health Department Supervisor Pat Mahoney told the Post-Dispatch. But he stood by the city's decision.
Of course, he's a paid tax-leeching bureaucrat.
Okay. It's because they're serving the public, he explained. The moment you start inviting the public to attend, that's when we get into it. You have no place. We got a lot to talk about once I finish this up.
Targets of opportunity.
Well, we got, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. We'll chew on this.
Targets.
We'll chew on this one like we normally do here, Braveheart. One way around the city's ban would be to serve prepackaged meals instead of ones cooked by the group. Hold on. Listen to it all, John. Listen to it all. Prepackaged foods are exempt from permitting requirements. Okay. Still, the health department's move has upset and outraged many in the community, good, especially those who relied upon the Churches on the Streets for hot meals. Some of these people here are really hungry, and a hot meal helps them through the week.
Yeah, they only do it one day a week.
One hot meal in a week, folks. Okay, think you got that? Monday night regular Frank Meyer, 57, told the Post-Dispatch. Valdez, the church organizer, is taking it all in stride. "They're kind of kicking us out of the nest, but maybe it's time to move on," he told the Post-Dispatch. "We are Churches on the Streets, so we have to get back to the streets. I think it'll be a light bulb for all of us to figure out what's next. We'll figure out something for the future. Think Progress points out that many cities and towns across America have banned feeding the homeless. We've talked about that a couple of times.
Yeah,
here.
we have.
In Orlando, Florida, a national group called Food Not Bombs, okay, stupid name, but defied laws, courts, and police in order to continue handing out free food to homeless residents in city parks.
Bravo.
We're going to do what we feel is right, Food Not Bombs member Gemma Thompson told a local TV news reporter in 2011. Everyone deserves to be fed. All right. Once again, I am not the most compassionate of people. I'm pretty much a hard ass on a lot of things. I have been known in the past to not be overly sympathetic to the homeless. There are a lot of homeless out there that are doing it because they know they can mooch off those who are working. Yes, there are a lot of them out there that simply ended up there through no fault of their own. They are not the majority. I don't like panhandlers. I don't like moochers or looters. But if somebody genuinely needs a hand, and I have the ability, I will do so. My problem comes when it becomes institutionalized, and you're forced to donate to somebody else's upkeep. If it is a matter of charity, I will give on my own according to my own conscience. Having a government agency tell me that I have to do it is entirely something else.
Forced charity is not charity.
Welfare.
Yeah.
Welfare.
That's exactly what it is. Now, that's not going to where we're going here. These are the homeless. I have seen those who genuinely need it, who really should not be on the streets because they are a danger to themselves and the public, because they're not all right in the head. There used to be a place for those people. I'm not sure which administration shut down the sanctuaries and the sanitariums.
It
places like that.
started in the Reagan administration, but I think it got carried on after him
Yeah.
and
One
got
of the
really bad.
things I wasn't overly thrilled with during the Reagan administration. Now, charity has to be found in the heart of the individual. Once you are forced to do it, it is not charity anymore. Government should not be impeding this. And the reason they try to impede it is because now they're in competition with the charities. They don't want that competition. They don't want a religious group taking care of these people because they want these people reliant on the power of the government. It takes away their power. Go ahead, what do you got?
I was just gonna say, and it messes up the pretty picture that they're trying to impose out there of how we take care of everything. We don't want people going down the street and seeing a line of people with their handouts for something to eat. That spoils the image of the abundance of America.
Well,
Okay? And you find that in a lot of foreign countries. You do not, when you go to these foreign countries, do not go off the beaten path. You are guided to where they want you to see, to what they want you to see. And they don't take you to the beaten path to see how the other half
the
goes.
hell of it is, we're seeing that in this country.
And that's exactly
And
it.
that's stupid.
Well, it is stupid,
Now-
but that's their mentality.
I deal with a group of supposedly homeless, I can't prove it, panhandlers, every day. There's an intersection a half block from where I dump during the week. And there's a rotating shift of 5 people who stand on the corner. One of them out of the bunch looks like he's had a rough life. The other 4 are relatively healthy in various conditions. And one of them, when the weather is warm, she's female, is usually dressed in a pair of Daisy Dukes and a halter top. And you'd be amazed how much money she gets.
All tax-free too. Oops, I'm sorry.
No, they literally work in shifts.
Mhm.
I've seen them change shifts. Hand off the sign to the next person while they pick up their bag and their water bottles and their apples and stuff, and they'll walk across the bridge and you don't know where the hell they're going. There were some people that were saying that they had a little kind of a tent compound inside a wooded area, maybe about a quarter mile away. I haven't had a chance to do any recon on that yet. The police have been to this corner several times to kick them off, but after a while they come back. I noticed that in the cold weather, they're not there. I don't know what to think about it, except that I see the same 5 people have been there for the past 4 years.
I would have to be like you on that. If you see the same 5 people there, it raises a question, why are they still there, okay? And it's obvious. The obvious answer is because
They're making a good buck.
yeah, they're making a good buck, regardless of what their living conditions are, they're making a good buck, and
Yeah.
this is how they,
Now,
you know.
are there those out there that call themselves homeless, that prefer the panhandling lifestyle? No taxes, no fixed location. There's a lot of freedom to be had there.
Spend the winters in Florida and,
Well, if you're smart.
Yeah.
If you're smart. Now, again, I try not to be a complete asshole about this, because I know there are those out there who do desperately need a hand. It should never have become a way of life, however.
No.
Now, this group here is doing it out of the goodness of their heart, taking care of those they truly believe need the help without government intervention. That is to be encouraged. Instead, because you didn't get an official okay in the form of a permit,
Yep.
we've got to shut you down. So now they start filtering into the city-sponsored homeless shelters and soup kitchens and things like that, to where they can tax people in order to get the money for it. I got a problem with a lot of this.
The other thing that, there is a sidebar to this.
Yeah.
They brought up, they wouldn't need the permit if they were serving prepackaged meals. Well, let's just stretch the imagination here a little bit. When the ministers go buy the food, it comes in a package.
Mm.
They're opening the package it up and heating it up and serving it to these people who do not have a way of heating it up, so to make
see,
sure they get a good meal. So,
The way I'm reading it here, the meals are cooked
right,
by the people in the parish, for lack of a better term, and are brought, like, I'm thinking like in the form of terrines,
soup kitchen.
or as they say in the South, a covered dish.
Yeah,
A covered dish.
exactly.
Fired up. And because it is done that way, where you're serving it almost like the chow line at a military installation. Oh, you can't do that.
No,
Because now you needed a permit in order to serve food, just like you would if you were hooking up a hot dog stand or something like that at an event.
or like they want the little kids to buy a
For a lemonade stand. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's the same concept.
It's communist.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
They have to get their fingers into everything.
That's right. They gotta have that. They gotta have their piece. They gotta have their piece, regardless of how you want to play it or call it. They gotta have their piece. And believe me, folks, when you pay for a permit or you buy a license, you're paying the premium to the powers that be, so that you can do what you should be allowed to do.
Remember what we said before, a license is nothing more than giving permission to something that would otherwise be illegal. Why should feeding anybody be illegal?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is carrying a gun illegal?
No, I'm not even gonna go there.
No, but
I
it's
don't wanna
along
go
the
there.
same lines.
No, this is something different. This goes to an even more basic. Food should not be something that you have to gain permission to give to somebody.
Regardless of what religious foundation these people are.
And it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're doing.
It doesn't matter if you agree with their doctrine or not.
Yeah.
They're feeding people.
They're taking care of the needy.
And they're not going through the government to do it.
That's right.
And that's the key part here. And that's where they're running into trouble. And of course you've got your little functionary here who says, You understand? They're doing a good thing, they really are. But because they're serving the public, the moment you start inviting the public to attend, that's when we get into it. You have no business being involved.
Why do you need to get into it?
It's none of your damn business.
Just turn your back and look the other way.
Let them do better than you can.
Because every time they have to pay you for that damn permit that takes money out, that could have been used to buy more food to feed another person.
Can I interject something?
By all means.
Lawsuits. That's what brought this about, lawsuits.
Yeah.
Because if one of these poor people gets sick by tainted food, no matter what, they're gonna sue. The government decided that they can stop this by regulating everything to death.
And really give that a thought, but.
And,
Well, that's one aspect. Still,
it's one aspect of it, is because there's so many lawsuits, dude, I know you know this, I can sue you because you're ugly. I'm not gonna win, I'm not even gonna see trial, but it's just the point,
try that with me and you'll see a third eye.
it's just the point. Lawsuits.
Well,
The government decided that they have to step in and regulate everything to stem the lawsuits.
That should be none of the government's business anyway.
It shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't be,
It
but
shouldn't
you
be.
understand,
No.
the lawyers are the one that are running the government, they're the one that are making the laws.
I agree completely, but you're looking for an answer, that's one possibility.
Right.
And it's, back when I was driving ambulances, they were having a debate at the time about the Good Samaritan law. When a person came to an accident, okay,
I remember that.
and they did something to try and save the person's life. In other words, they pulled him out of the car because the car was on fire, in danger of burning him or exploding, and maybe the person got paralyzed in an arm or something like that.
Gotcha.
Some stupid ass lawyer got a hold of him and started suing the person that,
Lawyers.
yes,
Edgar Snyder.
okay? Lawyers.
Shakespeare had it right. First, kill all the lawyers.
So then they were proceeding to say, okay, if you are a paid professional and you're not on duty, are you covered under the Good Samaritan law? Because that's when they come out with that.
No,
Okay, you weren't at the time. And I don't know if they changed that now or not.
you're not.
And,
You're not, because you've had training. It
yeah.
doesn't matter if you're on the clock or not.
But still, the
Yeah.
idea is you're there, you have training, and the person's
that's
in
like-
danger. So you stand by and watch the person burn to death because you can't do anything to help it.
That's like me in my situation right now. I was an EMT for 25 years. Okay, I no longer am.
I get you.
But I am not covered under the Good Samaritan law
Because you had training.
because I've had training. I know what to do.
Right.
Because I'm not certified, doesn't have anything to do with it. I should say I'm not currently certified.
But you see, that's the fault of the lawyers again.
Yeah, it is the fault of the lawyers.
Because they
You're
don't have
absolutely
enough
right.
legitimate work to do, they have to go out and create it. Okay, and that's why
When
they're
the North
so.
American Liberty Games get started up,
Yeah.
lawyers will definitely.
Oh, the first targets,
Be a concern.
it's gonna be a hard choice.
Yes, it will be.
No, it ain't.
First targets will be,
No, it ain't.
my personal first target is the IRS, but
Theoretically.
theoretically.
It ain't.
Theoretically.
John, it is not going to be a
I don't
hard
fly,
choice.
so you don't have anything to worry about IRS.
TSA.
Yes, sir.
No, the guy in Houston that flew his plane into the IRS.
Okay, you had to explain that one, because that's been long enough that reference wouldn't have,
Yeah, you got nothing to worry about, because I don't fly.
No. All right.
Remember, it's a game. North American Liberty Games.
Yes. Kind of like the Hunger Games. We'll talk about that at a later date. All right.
Fuck you.
Now, all right, we got about 15 minutes left. Sandra, any comments on that last story before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you're still involved there, sweetheart.
She takes it all in, just like she always does.
I just, the look on your face the last time you were here, the look of disappointment when we weren't able to get to what you wanted to talk about, I haven't forgotten that. It bummed me out, so I want to make sure we're not leaving you out of the game plan here. so.
Remember, throw something at us if you,
Good. Hey, if she hits us from there, then she's doing damn good.
if you are, throw.
She ought to pitch for the Pirates if that's the case.
And we could use more pitching. More pitching is good.
What about quarterback for the Steelers?
I'd rather get some decent receivers first.
How about a line to, well,
Yeah, offensive line. Yeah. What? Squirrel.
Mm.
All right.
damn you, Daryl.
This. He's good at that, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
All right. This is one that we haven't done in a while, but I think we've got enough time to get this one out. Just how far along the path we've stumbled. Are Americans practicing communism?
You betcha.
Karl Marx describes in his Communist Manifesto the 10 steps necessary to destroy a free enterprise system and replace it with a system of omnipotent government power, so as to effect a communist socialist state. Those 10 steps are known as the 10 planks of the Communist Manifesto. The following brief presents the original 10 planks within the Communist Manifesto written by Karl Marx in 1848, along with the American adopted counterpart for each of the planks. From comparison, it is clear most Americans have, by myths, fraud, and deception under the color of law by their own politicians in both the Republican and Democratic parties, been transformed into communists. Another thing to remember, Karl Marx, in creating the Communist Manifesto, designed these planks as a test to determine whether society has become communist or not. If they are all in effect and in force, then the people are practicing communism. Here's the 10 planks. Let's go through it.
Can I say just one thing really?
Make it quick, bro.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Those who believe that they are free are not. Continue.
Well, all right. Number 1, abolition of private property and the application of all, rents. Okay, you really got to do something about your printer, bro. All rents of land. Okay, God damn, I hate this. Public purposes.
Did it cropped it? I didn't.
No, it's just blurred.
Okay.
Every single one of them is blurred to the point where I can barely read it. Okay, Americans do these with the actions such as the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution in 1868 and various zoning, school, and property taxes. Also the Bureau of Land Management. Zoning laws are the first step to government property ownership. Number 2, a heavy progressive or graduated income tax.
We got it.
Americans know this as the misapplication of the 16th Amendment to the Constitution, 1913. The Social Security Act of 1936. Joint House Resolution 192 of 1933. And various state income taxes. We call it paying your fair share. Just remember, folks, what you earn is not income by legal definition. This is where I've said many a time. All taxation is theft. What you earn from your job is not income by legal definition. They're wages. And by their own code, wages are not taxable by the IRS. Try explaining that in court. It will be considered frivolous. You will have, without merit, you have no standing. You need to pay your fair share.
I'll not have the Constitution in my court.
Exactly right. We move on. Abolition of all rights of inheritance.
Death tax.
Americans call it federal and state estate tax, 1916. Or reformed probate laws and limited inheritance by arbitrary inheritance tax statutes. Let's see. Number 4, confiscation of the property of all immigrants and rebels.
Don't look at me. I'm not a rebel.
No, you're not a rebel. No. Okay, Americans call it government seizures, tax liens, public law 99-570, established in 1986. Executive Order 11490, sections 1205, 2002, which gives private land to the Department of Urban Development. The imprisonment of terrorists and those who speak out or write against the government. The 1997 crime bill, terrorist bill. Or the IRS confiscation of property without due process. Asset forfeiture laws are used by the DEA, the IRS, the ATF, Men in Black, etc., etc. Number 5. Centralization of credit in the hands of the state by means of a national bank with state capital and an exclusive monopoly.
Federal Reserve.
Very well done. Americans call it the Federal Reserve, which is a privately owned credit debt system, not debit, allowed by the Federal Reserve Act of 1913. Have you noticed a whole lot of this crap happened in 1913? Yeah.
Woodrow Wilson was president then.
We got to look to him. We'll talk about that in depth at a later date. All local banks are members of the Fed system and are regulated by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, another privately owned corporation. Federal Reserve banks issue fiat paper money, that crap you have in your wallet, fraudulent reserve notes as I call them, and practice economically destructive fractional reserve banking. If you wonder what fractional reserve banking is, look it up. You'll have plenty of homework to do. 6. Centralization of the means of communication and transportation in the hands of the state.
FCC.
Americans call it the Federal Communications Commission. Ta-da!
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Not at all. No, we don't know it. We don't know. No, we don't need no stinking
We don't need no
license.
stinking license.
And the Department of Transportation. Gee, I wouldn't know anything about that. Mandated through the ICC Act of 1887, which is why the low bumper on the back of a tractor trailer is called an ICC bumper. The one that prevents cars from supposedly going underneath a truck trailer. That's called an ICC bumper because of the regulation. The Commissions Act of 1934, the Interstate Commerce Commission established in 1938, the Federal Aviation Administration, Federal Communications Commission, Executive Orders 11490, 10999, as well as state-mandated driver's licenses and the Department of Transportation regulations, which I am all too fucking familiar with. Continue. Number 7. Extension of factories and instruments of production owned by the state. The bringing into cultivation of wastelands and the improvement of the soil generally in accordance with a common plan. Americans call it corporate capacity. The Desert Entry Act and the Department of Agriculture. Thus read controlled or subsidized rather than owned. This is easily seen in these as well as the Department of Commerce and Labor, Department of Interior, the Environmental Protection Agency, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Bureau of Mines, the National Park Service, and the IRS control of businesses through corporate regulations. Just remember, folks, regulations are not laws. They only apply to those who take a special license. And what is a license? Permission to do what is otherwise illegal. They make your activity illegal and then issue a license. Now they control your ass. We continue. Equal liability of all to labor. Establishment of industrial armies, especially for agriculture. Interesting. Americans call it the minimum wage. And slave labor, like dealing with our most favored nation trade partner, Communist China. We see it in practice by the Social Security Administration and the Department of Labor. The national debt and inflation caused by the communal bank has caused the need for 2 income families. Women in the workplace since the 1920s, the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, assorted socialist unions. I'm sorry, folks, if you belong to a union, hello, collective bargaining, ring a bell? Douchebags, and you got the nerve to fly a flag over your picket? You're an idiot. Affirmative action, the Federal Public Works Program, and of course, Executive Order 11,000. Look it up. Interesting reading, folks. Number 9, combination of agriculture with manufacturing industries. Gradual abolition of the distinction between town and country by a more equitable distribution of the population over the country. Agenda 21.
Regional planning.
Exactly. Let's get into it. Americans call it the Planning Reorganization Act of 1949. Zoning, Title 17, 1910 through 1990. And the Super Corporate Farms, as well as Executive Orders 11647, 11731, the 10 regions. It's in there, folks. This isn't conspiracy theory. Look into it. And Public Law 89-136. These provide for forced relocations and forced sterilization programs, like in China. They're on the books. They have not been repealed. Look into it. And of course, number 10. Free education for all children in public schools, the public school system. Abolition of children's factory labor in its present form. Combination of education with industrial production. All your school work programs.
Yep.
If you want to get recent, let's do this. Americans are being taxed to support what we call public schools, but are actually government forced tax funded schools. Even private schools are government regulated. Yes, they are. The curriculum. The purpose is to train the young to work for the communal debt system. We also call it the Department of Education, the NEA, and outcome-based education. We've been talking about this for how long?
Thank you, King George the 43rd.
Outcome-based education, Goals 2000, No Child Left Behind. The only difference is you put an R or a D in front of it and they make you think that it's a different plan. It's the same shit. These are used so that all children can be not indoctrinated and inculcated with the government propaganda like majority rules and pay your fair share. Where are the words fair share in the Constitution, Bill of Rights, or the Internal Revenue Code, Title 26? They're not there. Nowhere is fair share even suggested. The philosophical concept of fair share comes from the communist maxim, from each according to their ability, to each according to their need. Pure communism, folks. This concept is pure socialism. America was made the greatest society by its private initiative work ethic. Teaching ourselves and others how to fish, to be self-sufficient and produce plenty of extra commodities, to, if so desired, could be shared with others who might be needy. We were just talking about that a minute ago. Charity, not forced at the point of a gun, but out of your own ability and out of your own conscience. Americans have always voluntarily been the most generous and charitable society on the planet. Quick aside, you'll notice that the more the government gets involved in the whole charity thing, the less Americans contribute. They can't afford to anymore.
They can't afford to. Yep.
Do changing words change the end result? By using different words, is it all of a sudden okay to ignore or violate the provisions or intent of the Constitution of the United States of America? The people, politicians mostly, who believe in the socialistic and communistic concepts, especially those who pass more and more laws implementing those slavery ideas, are traitors to their oath of office. and to the Constitution of the United States of America. Know your enemy. Remove the enemy from within and from among us.
One little,
We're up against it. We've hit the top of the hour. We are out of time. Guys, parting thoughts, and we gotta make it quick.
real quick, one parting thought. In one of the planks here, we're talking about workforce. Prisons, both state and federal prisons have factories in them,
Indeed.
slave labor.
John, anything?
I got nothing.
Okay, well,
Sandra?
Sandra, you're still there. Any parting thoughts?
No, I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
I'm glad you were here, and don't be a stranger. Okay? Well,
Okay.
folks, that brings us to the end of another one, and so,
Work here is done. I'm needed elsewhere now. I'm needed wherever outlaws rule the West, wherever innocent women and children are afraid to walk the streets, wherever a man cannot live in simple dignity, wherever a people cry out for justice.
so until we see you next time, God bless the Republic.
Death to the New World Order.
We shall prevail, ladies and gentlemen.
We're on the march, they're on the run, and don't forget
to hug your rifle! We'll see you next time.